Hello. I know it's been a long time since I came live, so I just wanted to come speak to my people. I just wanted to come speak. Nothing's going on. I haven't been in the greatest feelings lately. Hey, Sinar. Mr., Mrs., I'm always on my father's login. Oh, how are you doing today? Thank you for the like. It's been a minute, I know. Felt like I have not felt well, y'all. I had to get rushed to emergency room and everything. Yeah, come in and speak. I speak back. When you're not speaking, I'll be over here just looking at my computer working. Just be over here working, let somebody talk. So what I need to do is figure out. So I do a lot of videos on I do shorts. I do shorts and I do commentary on other people's channels. But what I need to figure out is how to actually. So when I go live, those who love my shorts about what I do commentary on, how to have them come into the room to have a discussion. Because right now, I think it's because I'm doing a lot of shorts. Well, I don't have like that steady base of the people who actually listen to my commentary. So maybe I need to just start doing videos. I did do a short little video today. Hello. Hello, darling. I don't remember if you used to come in here. I know it's been a minute since I've been here, guys. Like, I have not been well. I have not been well, and I'm drinking water. I can't even eat today. I am having like a real fat person moment. Like, seriously. I have a procedure I have to get done tomorrow. I can't eat. And I woke up, and because I knew I could not eat today, and I would not be eating majority of tomorrow, I was like, ah! And it's so bad because well, you know you ain't been eating the healthiest. Like, I've been eating crackers and stuff. Like, I literally would go all day and not eat like no vegetables. I've been eating like crackers and chips, like. And now your body starts to crave that. So now, why I've not been well? Well, a lot of it had to do with like hormonal issues. Like, I'm aging, guys, and I didn't like. I was just like, oh my God, I'm not well. And I think some of it also had to do with some medication I was taking, but I'm not sure. And I've also been dealing with migraines for like over a month now. So I had an MRI done, and it was like everything was fine, but I do need to make an appointment with the neurologist. But my homegirl, a week ago, she had to get rushed to the emergency room, and because she was having severe migraines. She's already had a stroke before, so she was having symptoms of a stroke. Oh no, I have not had sex in. I might be pregnant. I have not had sex in months. So she got rushed to the emergency room because she was having all the symptoms of a stroke. And so they did all the intake and everything, and they was like, "Do you take this certain birth control?" She was like, "Yeah." She was having all the symptoms of a stroke because of her birth control medicine. So I was like, oh my goodness, maybe it's my birth control. But see, the thing is, I don't take birth control for sex. want me to change it. Oh no, I don't take birth control for sex. So I take it because, oh my God, I'm like the Red Sea. My goodness. Like all last year. So I had to get an IUD last year because I just would not stop fucking bleeding. And I would be fainting, y'all. I would be just like, I would stand up and be like, I was losing so much blood. And then my boyfriend was like, girl, you gotta do something about this. I would just be fainting. I would not stop bleeding. Like I would have maybe like a day or two of reprieve out of the month. I'm like, what is going on? So I got IUD, and so I had no periods last year. But I got, look at him, look down. So I had no periods last year at all. So I was just like, okay. But I was like, this might be unhealthy. Like, a woman's body needs to be cleansed, okay? But the thing is, I started getting BV, bacterial vaginosis. I've never had that in my life. And I'm like, when it first came up, I was like, why my body smell like iron? That was the initial smell. I was like, who cares? Your mama care, okay? So I was like, well, and you here, so obviously you care, okay? And maybe some women are listening. And you learning, bro. So I was like, why my body smell like, because it smelled like iron. I was like, what am I eating, like, to make it smell like iron? I was like, maybe I'm eating too much fish because I'm a pescatarian. And then the next day, it got fishy as fuck. I was like, oh my God. Like, and I knew at that point, was I having sex? Hold on. When I first got the BV, oh my goodness. I don't think I already been tested. Like, this was right after, like, so I went to go finally got some birth control. Like, when I finally got this birth control, I ended up, like, breaking up with my boyfriend again. So I knew I didn't have no STDs or anything. It smelled so bad. So I go talk to my sister. I was like, oh my God, my shit smells so bad. I don't know what is going on. Is this some Asian shit? Hey, District of Columbia. I was like, is this some Asian shit? Like, your pussy just starts smelling like fish. It was bad. It was worse than tuna because it had like a fishy iron smell to it. And then my sister was like, oh, you just need a honey pot. I was like, what's a honey pot? So it was like the suppository you stick up there. So I used the honey pot. My sister gave me some. She was like, yeah, girl, that happens. It's probably this BV. Use a honey pot. So, and a honey pot you can get from like the pharmacy, Walmart, whatever. So I used the honey pot for like, I used 2 in one day. So the next day I was like, oh, okay, that's all I needed was a honey pot. And then that shit came back with vengeance. I was like, my God, like I've never, even though like my periods and my bleeding, I've never smelled. Like I'm a woman who loves to smell good, okay? So this is really, it took me the fuck out. So then I went to the doctor and they did the test. And as soon as she swabbed it, like it usually takes a little time for it to change because that shit turned green instantly. That IUD was like, because it just messes up your aura. My body was rejecting the IUD. Like it was doing its job, keeping me from bleeding. But now I'm like fish fucking supreme, okay? Number 1, 2, and 3 on the menu. I was honey pot, water, everything. I'm just trying to cranberry juice. I had it all. It was like, so then I had to take antibiotics. And anybody take them antibiotics? Yeah, my pH was off. Oh my God, them antibiotics make me just sick. They so horrible. It's like what combats it is just horrible. Just as well as your pussy smelling like, oh, it had the whole restroom smelling. Even at the time, my house flooded out. So I had to live in a hotel, whatever. So the lady would come into the hotel and she'd be like, God damn, like, oh, it was smelling so bad. So we finally got this cleared up with the antibiotics, okay? And so I thought I was good. So I was like, okay. So the doctor was like, it might come back. I'm just letting you know. Some people's bodies just rejects it and it might come back. I was like, look, I'm not going to be bleeding. So we're going to keep this IUD. And I was like, we're just going to cross my fingers that it don't come back. Oh my God, it came back. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think in 1 month, I went to the OBGYN like 4 times. Okay. She became my friend. Oh my, it just kept coming back. So I kept it in for a year. Literally 1 year. I was just like, I can't do this no more. I cannot smell. I was like, I guess I'm just going to have to bleed, okay? So then she was like, okay, we're going to try something else. We're going to try the NuvaRing. Now, the NuvaRing, I've used it when I was younger, but obviously maybe this time it's not working. NuvaRing is like, you know, like it looks like a little silicone, little circle, and the woman, she squeezes it and pushes it up there. And back in the day when I used it with my ex-husband, he just thought it was so funny because he would try to go up in there and try to see if he could ring the ring around his dick and pull it out. But so I was using that, and I've been using this for about, at the time, like a month. But I wasn't thinking until my homegirl got rushed to the ER, and it was like, it's your birth control giving you stroke effects, okay? So I've had it out for about like 5 days now, and my headache is slowly dissipating. But I checked GPT'd it, and it was just like, you know, if it's your IUD, not your IUD, if it's your NuvaRing, then the headache should be going about 3 days. It's there, but it's not as bad. Before, as soon as I got off of work, I was just like, I gotta lay down. Like, I have not done, in a month's time, I've not gone anywhere other than like see my parents. I have not been able to go nowhere. I've been fucking miserable. So now I gotta make an appointment to the neurologist. Okay. So yeah, it's crazy. So aging. Okay, well that was because anybody could experience that. But somehow it didn't bother me when I was younger. Now it's bothering me. So not only that, so now if anybody saw my video, I'm on hormone replacement therapy. Now y'all know who be getting on hormone replacement therapy? Men who want to transition to women. They be on hormone replacement therapy. So I didn't know. So, you know, I'm aging. So this was the first year. Hi, hello. Hello, STIOUX. Is it Stoic P? I don't know. All right, so this is the first year. If y'all, I don't know if anybody see my video. This was the first year I did. I got my hormones checked. And so when, you know, usually you can see the portal before even the doctor see it. So I'm like, okay, everything is in range. I still don't know what is wrong with me. I'm like, I can't sleep. When I do get to sleep, I wake up tired. I wake up all the time. Like, I'm growing hair everywhere. It's like I'm fucking moody. Like, the littlest shit can make me cry. I mean, it takes nothing. Like, it was no lie. I was telling my homeboy the other week, I could see birds fly in a synchronized pattern. Hey, from Canada. I could see birds fly in a synchronized pattern like birds do. They fly in a synchronized pattern. And I just be like, good morning, Tip World. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm like, what is going on with me? And I know I'm not pregnant because I haven't had sex in weeks. I was like, my mood just in a day's time, like, okay, women, we naturally have mood swings, but I'm just like, this shit is like, woo, 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 woo. I'm just like, what is going on? So I finally go back to my OBGYN because I'm telling my doctor, the matrix shifting for you. It is. So I've been going to my general practitioner, and he done put me on depression pills, sleeping pills. Oh my God, my eyes are like they about to water up. It's been very dramatic for me, okay? So they're trying to put me on depression pills, sleeping pills. I'm like, something's not right, okay? I'm going through this. I've been going through this for a while, and you just giving me more fucking pills. So it was my OBGYN who did the hormone testing and everything. And so I went back to her, and I've been back to her, and I guess like the first time I went back to her, she didn't even look at the chart. So this time she looked at the chart. And she was like, I know you probably saw this in the portal and everything seemed like it was in range. I was like, yeah, so I didn't like bother you when I came in because everything was in range. She was like, actually, sometimes for the African-American woman's body, you can't really go by what the charts say is different. And she was like, actually, what happens as you age, a woman's, especially closer she gets to 40, your testosterone levels drop. Now I knew women have testosterone in their bodies. I knew that. I never knew like the ranges of estrogen and testosterone, progesterone. I never knew that. Whatever. And she was just like, your testosterone levels have dropped. She was like, what is your symptoms? I running my symptoms. She was like, yeah, all that you're going through is because of your testosterone levels. So she was just like, well, we need to put you on hormone replacement therapy. Now, mind you guys, all of our every one of you guys who pay tax money, okay, it is going to transsexuals getting free boobs, free punanis, and looking more like a woman. The makeshift, it's going to that. We are paying for them to get all this shit for free, okay? So when she tells me, okay, you need hormone replacement therapy, I'm like, okay, so obviously insurance is going to cover it, right? Because my money is going to pay for some man to get breast and come up in my restroom, right? Sorry if I offend, but it's just what it is. And they get it for free, right? So mine's going to pay for it because I'm a natural born woman. And this is something that's naturally happens to women. So it's going to be paid for, right? No. Absolutely. You telling me I I was born a girl, grew up to become a lady, and when my body started going through these changes, my hormone replacement therapy ain't for free. But a dude can get free titties, can get free hormone replacement therapy and a pussy for free. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't believe me, search it on YouTube, search it on TikTok. They get all that shit for free. Titties on their chest for free. Yes. That is what your taxpaying dollars is going for. You know I'm stupid. Well, I'm just telling the truth. So now I'm getting up age, and now my shit is all off. I'm fucking emotional and moody and shit. Are you a trans person? Because I even know several trans people who done got the shit for free. Google it on TikTok. They'll tell you what they done got for free. Yes, Medicaid will put titties on their chest. You want to challenge me? Yes, it does. Put titties on their chest. Yes. You want to challenge me? You must be a damn trans. You talking about I'm dead wrong. Really? You didn't get it for free? How much you paid for it? And what you paid for, sir, ma'am? You had to go to the hospital for years. Okay. And then what happened? Y'all watch. What happened? What happened once you went to the hospital for years? What happened? And I also know $80 per pharmacy visit. Okay, what happened? $80. Okay, what happened? Because you know what? I know a lot of trans people who transition within a year's time. But what happened? Because these damn psychologists ain't doing their job. Oh, I feel like a lady. I feel $80. How often you go to the pharmacy? How often you had to go to the pharmacy, miss? Some states for free, some don't. Okay. How much you had to pay? Huh? $70. How often you had to go to the doctor? Because I just had to come out of my pocket $700 every couple of months. That's what I have to go. Something that naturally goes on. Naturally. Oh, $80 whole. Ooh, $80 whole. So not only do I got to pay for my doctor visit, I got to pay $700. Then I got to come in to constantly get my blood checked. $80 a month. Can somebody do math? What is $80 times 12? And still you got titties on your chest. How much you pay for your titties? You can see why I don't have subscribers. No, because I'm just speaking truth. Listen, I don't have a man, and I'm still paying $700. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. They grow. Oh, you got fake. You got the hormone boobs. Oh, okay. You ain't got real titties. You ain't got the fake titties on your chest. Although they do pay for the titties on your chest, and they'll pay for you to get a vagina too. Those surgeries, I'm pretty sure if you Google it, got to be over $20,000-$30,000. Hell, a tummy tuck is damn near that. I'm just speaking true. Okay, so stink bug. This is all I'm saying. A man could go get titties on his chest, get a fake pussy, and get hormone replacement therapy. But I am a woman who is aging, a naturally born woman, and I got to pay for my hormone replacement therapy. My government tax dollars have to go to them getting pussies. My money should be going to us old women who are aging, and need to be fucking balanced, okay? Now tell me, now if you had a wife and she gets a certain age and now she off the fucking meter, her she just here, there, everywhere, feeling all types of emotions. Wouldn't you want her treatment to be paid for? You wouldn't want her to be coming out her pocket $700,000, $800,000. But that's what I'm saying. See, this is the thing is that, and maybe not you, but the thing is, when it comes to like the trans community, it's always about them. What makes them comfortable? They want to be women. They want to be women because they say they feel like women, but they want to be women so they can look like the cunt, okay? And they can get the niggas, the men's and stuff, okay? That's what they want to do. They want to attract men. They want to feel like how they always felt. Well, girl, sir, man, mister, I just want to feel like myself, how I was born, okay? But y'all want to feel like that, but y'all don't really want the real shit that comes with being a woman. See, a lot of y'all say, well, I just don't want to have a baby. I don't want a baby. I never wanted kids. So that's y'all argument. Every time someone says, well, you know you are actually a man. Well, y'all are males. But when somebody say you are a man, you're like, well, I don't want a baby anyway. No, y'all don't want the real shit that comes with being a woman. Okay? Y'all don't want this shit. Y'all just want to look like the fishy supreme, the cunts. I look like the female Snoop. No, because the thing is, y'all want to be women's, but y'all don't want the real shit. The only argument y'all want to fight is, well, I don't want babies. No, bitch, you don't want these hormonal motherfucking problems, okay? Y'all don't want the real shit. Y'all don't want the BV. You don't want your coochie smelling like fish supreme. You don't want the real shit, growing hair all places you never grew hair. You don't want to have to be shaving like a man, because now your hair growing fast as hell. But y'all want to be women. Oh my God. Y'all get horror stories because y'all add it to yourselves. You asked for it. When you signed up to be an imitation, you asked for problems. But this is natural shit. Y'all don't want the natural shit. You have artificially added your own problems. I've done nothing to acquire this shit but be a woman. Hi, Roman. Nothing but grow up and be a woman. I didn't ask for additional shit. That's like getting with a nigga that you know is abusive as hell. He beating your ass. Bitch, you asked for this shit. I didn't ask for this shit. But y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want the real shit. Oh, I don't want kids anyway. I don't want kids anyway. Y'all don't want what it takes to be a woman. You don't want to raise a teenager and have them disrespect you. Act like you ain't never did a goddamn thing for them. You don't want the real shit of what it takes to be a woman. You don't want it. Y'all just want the makeup and the lipsticks. I look like your mama. Woof. I look like your mammy. I look like your grandmama. Oh my God. Shit. Y'all don't want the real shit it takes. You don't want the water retention. You don't want what it really takes to be a woman. Y'all just want the look. Y'all just want to get a nigga. Y'all just want to fool a nigga. That's all y'all want. Fool them. And when I say nigga, I mean all men, white, black, any y'all. I'm calling y'all niggas. I just want to fool a nigga. I want to feel like myself and be able to sell that dingling between your legs. From now on, we need new legislation. From now on, all trans women, if you really a woman, cut it off. Cut it off. I bet you do got water retention problems. You got hormones going through your body. I bet you, y'all have a good day. I bet you do got water retention now. Shit. I bet you do. You asked for the water retention. I'm a transformer on the low. Ask my son that I push out my pussy. He said, don't cut it off. No, my thing is, like, I think there's some in India or something. Like, somewhere in India, like, if you want to call yourself a woman, you got to cut it off. You must chop it off. And it's crazy they need to, because some of them get locked up. And did you not hear they be having babies with people up in prison? How you a woman talking about you want to bust it down? How do you a woman? Oh, not in India, in Iran, you got to cut it off? Yes, that should be the law. You want to be a woman, cut it off. Cut it off. You shouldn't be able to get the benefits of both worlds. If that's the case, they need to put WTW, trans woman, on your license. You shouldn't be able to, commit to the shit. You want to be a woman? Commit to it. I just say, just be commit to it. You want to be a woman? Accept all our issues. We ain't going around. The audacity for you be breaking down a man in a bedroom like that. Even if they cut it off, they still a man? Yeah. I mean, see, this is my thing when it comes to trans people. However you present, I am going to call you that. If you look like a man, I'm going to call you a man. Now, what I will not abide by is them theys and thems. Okay, you ain't fucking up my English. Okay, I got enough problems with my English. I'm not they and them in the binary. But if you present like a woman, I will call you a woman. However, in the back of my mind, you still a man, but I will call you because I'm not going to be a mean person. However, I told my son, because you got to be careful with these schools where they be teaching your kids. I said, you bring a trans woman up to my house, you's a gay, you gay, nigga, you gay, okay? If she wasn't born a girl, it's a dude. So no, okay? But I will respect you. You can't trust me. Oh my God. Hateful belief? How is that hateful belief? How is me being using logic hateful? If you're born a boy and you decide to go get some artificial hormones and change maybe the chemistry and the physical form somewhat of your body, you're still a male. Put two males together and tell them to create life. Huh? It's still males. Tell them to create life. Put a trans woman and a man together and say, reproduce. It's still a man. But I said I will respect, if the person presents themselves like a woman, I will call her a she, okay? I would say she, but in my mind, you're still a man. That's not hateful. You're asking me to be fucking delusional. You're asking me, report me as I speak, because I'm speaking facts. I have a degree in biology. You're not going to trick me. Mid-station, you could not reproduce either. Okay, but it takes more to be a woman, okay? It takes more to be a woman. Every part of our atoms every part of our genetics, we still have that hormone in our body to make estrogen in every part to make us women. Even if you can't reproduce, it's still in you. It's in your DNA. So you don't have to be able to reproduce to be a woman. But the thing is, a biological woman, what she knows, if she can't reproduce, something is wrong with her. Something's not right. She goes seek help. Medically, she knows this is something she's supposed to be able to do. Even our bodies naturally as a girl, as you grow up, you start to feel like I should be reproducing. You don't know where it comes from. It's like, I need to be bringing life. It's like something that goes on. You got to speak it off like, no, I don't want to be having baby. But your body's like, naturally, you should have a baby. Okay. But a biological woman who cannot have kids knows that there's something going on with herself. Okay. But this is what I don't understand. If, let's say before my hormonal changes, I have high highs and I have low lows, and my moods is just fluctuate all throughout the day, or weekly. Okay, I'm very manic, or then I get very depressed. I go to the doctor. They say something is wrong with you. You are bipolar. You need to take medication. They tell me something is medically wrong. You have depression. You are bipolar. You need a medication for it. They don't agree with what's going on. If I'm seeing people, I'm hearing voices, then they'll tell me, mistake email from YouTube about your page getting deleted. Okay, whatever. So if I hear voices and they will tell me that, oh, you are schizophrenic. They'll tell you that, oh, you're schizophrenic. They don't agree with my delusion. They don't say, yeah, you're seeing what you're seeing or you're hearing what you're seeing. No, you're schizophrenic. You need to be on medication. So they don't tell trans people that. They sit up here and tell them, oh, you're right. Not that you need medication or something. No, let's just give you breast, give you a vagina, put you on hormones. But everybody else is crazy. No, I have a science degree. I have a medical degree, a science degree. I have a social science degree. I know fucking logic. Okay? I know. Oh, they're not hearing voices, but they feel like they shouldn't feel. Somehow they feel like a woman. You tell me what a woman feels like. Okay. So I'm going to align with what you're feeling. Yeah, you feel like a woman. That's exactly how women feel. Tell me how a woman feels. I don't belong in my body. So instead of me getting help, me being on pills, I'm going to tell you, go ahead and change your body. Do y'all see? Does it make sense? Everybody else got a medical issue, but them. What's the difference from hearing voices and feeling like you a woman trapped in a man's body? It's not really much different. It's not much difference. Yeah, but tell a medical person tell a person that I know gender dysphoria is a medical condition, but tell them that they got mental issues. Oh, this is not a mental issue. No, it's mental. It's mental. But we feed into this. But you feel like a woman. Tell me what a woman feels like. What does a woman feel like? I just wake up and I feel like I must put lipstick on. Okay. I wake up because I want to feel pretty. I want to put weave on because that's all what makes a woman, right? Weave and lipsticks. But I'm saying it's all medical stuff. It's all mental. It's a mental. I'm not saying your experience doesn't suck. I would not take that away from you. But what I'm saying is I don't think the solution is necessary. Put titties on your chest. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying is I don't think people should align with that and say, yeah, you're definitely a woman. What does that feel like? I wouldn't, if my son was there, I would not agree. I'll say something seriously wrong with you. Look, we need to go get help. I'm not going to go to a therapist that sits up here and agree with what every one of them are feeling. No, because what it says, like, what is it, like 90-something% of you guys will just go back to just being gay if you give it time? My day's great. But my conversation started off talking about me having to take hormone replacement therapy and how it's crazy to me that trans women can get their treatment pretty much just paid for, or like this one who could get hers just $80 a month, and then I got to come out my pocket $700 a month. My good tax-paying money got to pay for them to be women. But as I age, I got to pay all this money because I go through hormone issues. Okay, in what situation would you say it's a reasonable course of action? If I came to you and I said, oh my God, and I've heard this is a condition. If you go to a doctor, you say, this arm does not feel like it belongs on my body. Do the medical profession cut it off? No, they do not. They don't cut it off. When I was in a car accident over 10 years ago, my left leg felt like it did not belong, or it was not part of my body at all. It did not feel like it was part of my body. Like, I would even hit it and stuff. I'm like, this don't go here. Did they cut it off? No, I had therapy and stuff. They don't go and just cut off your fucking arm or your leg because it don't belong there. You go through therapy. No. That's not the solution. And it's definitely not the solution to make taxpayers, people pay for your stuff like that. No. My money should not be going to that. Hell, I could go down damn Glenwood and see damn homeless ass veterans and shit. I got a lot of my family members served in the military. They don't be getting all the benefits. You know how long it takes them to get treated? With proper solutions. You know how long it takes for a veteran or something to get treated? My money could be going to them. Hire some damn people for the VA. At least they serve the country. Instead, my money is going to your pussy. Hello, Levi. My money is going to you getting pussies. That's crazy. And people wonder why we have now a Republican president, because we didn't want to deal with all that mess. We don't want our kids being taught all types of craziness. My son came home telling me, Mom, there's a thing called two-spirited people. And we had to go down this. long thing of what the fuck is a two-spirited people. So I was like, you know what? You know, because his daddy ain't around. So I took him to his granddad and his uncle. Because, I mean, yeah, he listens to me, but let me let you say this to some men folks, okay? So I took him to the board of men in the family. This is what they was teaching them in school. Talking about some two-spirited fucking people. Like, what the fuck is a two-spirited person? Basically a trans person. So I took him to the board of trustees, the men folks in my family. And they told him, that's a nigga. That's still a dude. It's a man. Ain't no such thing as two-spirited. Mental issues. Without surgery or hormones. What you mean without surgery or hormones? Oh, yeah, I understand that the Native Americans did the whole two-spirited, whatever. Yeah. We talked about that too, but still, when your son comes to you telling you what he's learning in school and shit, and you like, oh no, I do not align, you take them to the men's. Okay, so this is what you came into, Levi. So I told my people I have not been feeling good for a while now. And I told them I was having hormonal problems, whatever. You know, I'm coming of age, whatever. And it was crazy to me because when I went to the doctor, my doctor was like, okay, so my OBGYN was like, your testosterone levels drop drastically. And that's what happens as women get closer to 40. So that's why your mood is going which way, you can't sleep, you sweat, whatever, growing hair, just all these types of issues. So I know that trans women, you know, men to women, get free. Like a lot of them get free therapy. They get free hormonal replacement therapy. They get free titties on their chest. They get free pussies. Okay, so I know all this. So when my doctor was telling me that I need hormone replacement therapy to get myself well, I was like, okay, let's go with this. She was like, no, insurance don't cover this really for women. What? So I had to come out of my pocket $700 for me to feel natural like I was born to be. But you telling me my taxpaying dollars going to pussies and breasts on your chest? My tax dollars? That's what this conversation you stepped into. Imagine knowing that you're naturally going to become a woman one day and you're going to get to a particular age and you're going to need some hormone replacement therapy to feel natural in your body. So you don't be going around causing havoc to everybody. See, that's the thing is, so men, y'all know, around menopause and everything, a lot of marriages go into divorce because a man just like, who is this bitch? Who is this woman? And men really don't see it because a lot of y'all be dating women, you know, they 30s and whatever. And some women, it takes a little longer. And then some women just don't get it treated or they don't share it because they're like, I don't know what's going on with me, but something is fucking going on with me. Like my sister is she's older than me. She's going through all the shit. Like her ass wets the bed every night from sweat. She sweats from head to toe. Like my brother-in-law is like, girl, what the fuck? Okay. Like they can't keep a dry bed for nothing because she just sweats the hell. Like sweats. Okay. So we go through these changes. So when I go to my doctor, I'm like, okay, she was like, and the way she said it, it wasn't preparing me for no cost. She was like, oh, you're going to need hormone replacement therapy. My mom was like, okay, I see all these trans women. They get titties, pussies, hormones. So I ain't got to pay nothing, right? It's free, right? You took $700 every 2 months. And then I got to pay you copay. And then got to get my blood test checked to make sure I don't have too much testosterone in me that I don't become a nigga. Okay, so that's also the funny thing. So my doctor was like, okay, we got to up your testosterone because that's why you acted crazy. I was like, so you telling me I need to tap into my masculine to be more level-headed? So I can stop crying? Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, basically, that's what she's telling me. So she was like, I'm going to give you amount of you're going to have basically the same amount of testosterone running through your body as a teenage boy. I was like, huh? Now, my son is a teenage boy. He going through that whole cracking voice phase and stuff. Now it's getting all beat. So I was like, you ain't going to have me up here sounding like no Barry White. She was like, to be honest, your voice will deepen a little. Okay. She was like, but it's not noticeable. She was like, I'm on my hormone replacement therapy and you can't tell that I'm on it. So what I have noticed is my voice has deepened some, but it's still feminine. Okay. So then she was like, you may grow hair. And I have started growing hair. If I get close You can see it coming in. But I got stuff I can put on. So I have started growing hair. But I am very leveled. Like, I can go to sleep now. I wake up rested. It was so crazy because, like, sometimes when I be doing work, I can't even fucking focus. I be like, I gotta do this. Oh, ooh, what's going on over here? Oh, I gotta cook. Like, my brain is just everywhere. And then one day, like, it was like the second day after taking it. Oh, she also told me about I was gonna get acne like a teenage boy. As soon as I took it, boom. First day. I mean, not it popped up. First day on it, popped up just like a teenage boy. So also, so what she was telling me, she was just like, she was like, your concentration gonna be different, your libido's gonna be up. Now the first week, my libido wasn't, I was just like, it's still dead. I mean, now all of a sudden it's popping more now. It's like, I ain't do nothing about it, but it's popping, it's alive. What you mean you growing hair? You growing hair on your face? Yes, because the doctor had to amp my testosterone levels up. So that's what happens. So when women be going through like menopause and perimenopause, their hormones is out of whack. Like their testosterone levels drop and estrogen, everything is off. So now basically I got testosterone going in my body to get me level headed. So to be more stable. I'm not up here crying about everything and I'm not moody and stuff. So one day I'm working and I'm in my work deep and I'm just accomplishing so much and I'm like, bitch, I am fucking concentrated. I am locked in. I was like, is that what it's like being a man? Dang, yeah, I gotta go. I'll be right back. Hold on, let me see if I can mute y'all. see how I was on my rant. Y'all know I like to put my hair scarf on and my robe. I had a meeting, guys. Yeah, this is my favorite house dress. I'm like, why you put this bonnet on? It helps pick up my hair, but I like my bonnets. My hair is very heavy. See, I was on my whole rant. There goes y'all. I'm talking about it feels good. I'm talking about it feels good. It feels good. What you talking about? It feels good. Y'all know I'm gonna do my rants. Yeah, so somebody said they're gonna report my page because I have a logical opinion about trans people. Okay, go do that. Do that. Why don't you? They can't stand the truth. Can't stand the truth. I probably will have another meeting in a few minutes, but we'll see if sometimes they don't come to the meeting. So I'll be happy sometimes, like, okay. Because the more they come to the meeting, the more they're going to be wanting me to do. It's like, I need to see this. I need to see that. Where we at with this? I mean, keeps a job, but my God, sometimes they be overworking me like a Hebrew slave. My God. Whew. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm not looking behind me, okay? Why would I need to look behind me? I know I walk with spirits, okay? I talk to spirits. I don't need to look behind me, literally. I talk to spirits. Y'all learned something new about me. I come from a family of voodoo priests. Okay? A family. We put hexes on motherfuckers. You must have looked behind me. I'm not joking, for real. I do come from a family of Hebrew priests, for real. I do talk to spirits, for real. I do. Okay, so this is crazy. So this is basically what happened. And I know people be like, oh my God, you crazy. So I do come from a family of Hebrew, not Hebrew, my bad, voodoo priests. I said, did I say Hebrew? Voodoo priests, okay? And actually, they said a curse was placed on my family. Here you go looking up, for real. They said a curse was placed on my family. So my grandfather has over like 20 something kids. And they said a curse was placed on my family through the male lineage. And so as we go through like generations, it becomes less and less. But usually like every one of my like uncles and stuff, and even my cousins, they have all, so I'll be trying to pray over my son. They all been locked up. Serious time. Like most of them all have been locked up, done whatever. It's like they said it was a curse placed on my family years ago. And so now my son's generation is supposed to be less, and then his generation will be less, whatever. And so crazy, so he has over 20 something kids, and the only one who was never locked up and did like serious time was the one who got mental issues. But it's from the men in my family who did like voodoo, dark magic and shit. So that's why they said it was a curse over my family. And it's so crazy to me because like my sister, when I grew up, she was like, girl, your family practiced voodoo and hoodoo. You just didn't notice because there was a lot of things like I know now, like researching and stuff, that I was like, that's what my auntie was doing. And I didn't know that until later on in life. But when I was younger, my aunties and stuff would tell me, they was like, you got diamonds on your shower cap. You give that to the shower cap. No, this is my bonnet, baby. This is my bonnet. You know, yeah, I like to do a little girly, whatever. So when I was younger, my family told me, they was like, you are gifted. And so I was the one who actually ran from religion. So my mother, when I was young, used to see dead people all the time. And it was so crazy because I was like, my mom, you crazy. It was so crazy because then like she'll see dead kids and stuff walking around, and like there would be balls rolling and stuff. She was like, and then we found out that there was a child that died in the house. We found like a child died in the house. My mother used to see dead people all the time. And it's so crazy. So when I started going to psychics, I was just like, I would ask them, is your mom, all I would say, is my mom gifted? And this psychic was like, yeah, your mom see dead people and stuff. Whatever. She was like, the only difference is that because of her ego, she lost her gift. So she has to like, stop being so grandiose. My mother's very, very grandiose. She was like, she has to stop being so grandiose to get her gift back. So they told me when I was younger, they was like, you're gifted. So I didn't believe it. I was not atheist. I went to agnosticism. What is it? Agnosticism. What is it? I was agnostic. I forgot the other word. So I was an agnostic, and I was part of the Black non-believers and everything. The organization, I was part of all that. Which is not, here we go again. Listen, I'm sharing my life. Are you going to listen or not? So I ran from religion, okay? So, but the thing is, like, it's so crazy. Hey, Queen, what's up? We haven't talked in. I know I haven't been well. That's not a gift, it's a curse. Okay, so here's the thing. So now, the crazy thing is, like, you see my family, I have, like, a lot. Now, my mother, she is also a assistant pastor. Now my family, and I didn't know this until I got older, we have a whole bunch of ministers and bishops, like, but what happened, like, with voodoo and stuff, they started hiding, like, the voodoo into Christianity. So you see a lot of the practices, you don't know it's coming from hoodoo and voodoo, but it's all in Christianity. And then I was initially raised Catholic and stuff. So the practices was hidden. And then, like I said, looking back, I saw that my aunties was practicing that shit. I just didn't know what was going on. And then I got into practicing it later. But see, the thing is, so when I say I talk to spirits, so I have like the audible. It's so crazy. So I'll hear stuff. And I'm like, why am I hearing this? Or like something will be all on me. And I'm like, it's something, this is about to happen to me. But the thing is, sometimes I can't differentiate. Stay out of such and such live streams. I'm tired of seeing you in there. No bad, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and hey, Queen, what's up? Oh, whatever. So I was just like, so the thing is, I can't differentiate. And the thing is, somebody told me, like, I need a teacher. I can't differentiate if I'm feeling something or something strong come on me, who's about to get it or who is it coming from. I can't differentiate that. So what I started to do, but I hear, sometimes if I hear like audible, whatever, then I know who it's about. Like, it'll tell me, like, this is about so and so and so, whatever. And it was so crazy because I remember the last time I heard, it was something about somebody was struggling to get pregnant and stuff. I had no idea. Me and this girl wasn't even like real close friends. I just met her. Whatever. And then I asked her about it. And she was just like, yes. And me and my husband, we going through all this. And we just don't understand why we can't get pregnant. Welcome. We just don't understand why we can't get pregnant. I was like, why would spirit tell me this? So what I started doing, I started doing tarot cards. And I pick them up and I put them down. And I pick them up and I put them down. But that's how I get like clarification. Hello, director. Hello, with a mobile phone. So that's how I get clarification on stuff. I'll do tarot cards. So I used to do root work. Oh, we're another tarot card reader. I used to do root work. I only do that for people who want it. Who asks for it. Okay, so I don't go and, oh, I'm selling you this. No, because the thing is, what I might tap into, because the thing is, I'm already tapped into something. But what I may also extra tap into with my tarot cards, because it brings me clarification, it could be so heavy. And so one time I tapped into one of my friends' husbands, and it was so dark, and it took me like damn near all evening to get it off of me. So that's why I don't just go tapping into stuff. Like, I don't think I could ever be into, because the thing is, they say when you have a gift, you got to have somebody to like, and I used to have somebody who assisted me, but we're no longer in each other's lives, but you got to have somebody to direct you. So I wish that it was still people in my family who actually was open about their practices that would be able to assist me. Where are my last two ops hiding out at Rox? So this is the thing. So the thing is, like, tarot kind of give like energy and shit. So it don't necessarily tell me like, okay, tarot cards don't tell you like, oh, your ops is hiding here or there. So for instance, I had one of my friends needed me to do a reading to find out, like, she felt like her husband was dead or some shit. And like, it was bringing up like the justice card and stuff. And I was like, I don't know if this, I'm not being able to tell right now, is this nigga locked up or if he's dead? It's wavering back and forth. And he was locked up. Okay. And now he's somewhere, since we don't know where he at. But it was wavering like, is this man locked up or dead? Okay. So one thing I'll tell you what I had on me. Okay. So this is about a year ago. The word HIV. I was just like, I was not even like trying to have sex. I was just like, why is this over me? Like, am I gonna like, why is this theme, this word, like, am I gonna catch HIV? Am I gonna die from HIV? And what ended up happening was the girl that I recently met that I heard audible that, oh, her and her husband was trying to work on getting pregnant. The reason she couldn't get pregnant, and I was just like, I'm hearing like foreign blood, whatever. So I'm asking her, I'm like, are you from, because a lot of my friends are from like the West Indies. I'm like, are you West Indies or something? I don't know why that would not help you to get pregnant, but I keep hearing foreign blood. She was like, well, maybe spirit is telling you foreign blood because I got HIV. I was like, oh, okay. So maybe that's why I kept hearing HIV was like around me. I was just like, so I found out, that's how I found out the girl had HIV. Like, I did not know. And I didn't even know this girl well. But I was just like, spirit is telling me you've been having problems trying to get pregnant. And now for some reason, but she told me that she had HIV. So I thought that was it. But no, that was not just it. So then I tapped into my, now this was when one of my homegirls' husbands was locked up. And he's telling her at the time that he's fading away because he got cancer. Okay, this is what he's telling her. And one day she gonna come out with her story, and that shit gonna go viral. Okay, I'm telling you, she just preparing herself. When it hits the internet, it's gonna go viral. So I tap into him, and I was just like, I don't. She asked me to tap into that nigga. I just like, please don't, because I be having to do all types of practice. Yeah, I see the dark shadow on your shoulder right now, Rox. Them big eyes tell it all. So I tapped into him and found out he was the one with the HIV. He had the HIV, okay? But she still got back with him, thinking that he caught it with using drugs. He was a whole DL. So when her story hit the thing, y'all gonna see me all on other platforms. Yeah, I'm her friend. So, hey, good morning. So I tapped into him. So, but I tried to run from it. But the thing is, it's like, you can't, like, okay, so last time I did, so my sister be like, my older sister, very like, I told you my family very spiritual, big daughter, so my family very spiritual. But one of her kids was like facing major time. And I'm talking about 2 armed robbery charges. Now, I put my work down, my root work down. I put it down because after I got divorced over 10 years ago, I went to go live with my sister, and I was doing it. I was doing root work, and I basically kind of scared her and shit. Because, okay, because some of the stuff you do, like you got to bury it in the ground and shit. You have an older sister to all y'all old. Oh, yeah, okay, we all old. And shout out, and someone called the police on this gorgeous lady. There's so much beauty. Oh, thank you. Tell her I did that. So, I'm getting there. Oh, whatever. So, I was living with her husband, and I was doing root work. Now, at this time, yeah, my life was like, I had nothing. I was a housewife, and I was in medical school. I had to drop out of medical school. So now I'm doing root work. You know, I need to make some shake. And at the time, her husband was getting out of the military, and he was finding it hard for him to get like work out into the real world. So I started doing root work, and his ass, I did root work for him. And my sister's like, don't do no root work. I was like, whatever. My brother-in-law was walking around here miserable. We doing this fucking root work. And when I tell you, people started coming after him, like he had some of the biggest like financial agencies coming after him trying to get him, but he said on being a medical director, whatever. But he stayed there for 7 years. I was like, I wonder if that was my root work. Okay, but anyway, I was doing root work, and I buried something in the ground. And so my sister come home, and there is just birds all just circling our house. It's just circling our house, okay? Nowhere else. Darkness and birds just over her house, just circling it. And she comes in, and and I'm upset. She's like, Roxy, I know you doing that shit. I was like, huh? I know you doing that root work shit. Okay, so now when I was doing that type of root work, I was casting out some damn evil shit, okay? And so I was like, what you mean? So I run down the stairs, and I looked outside, and I was just like, and but I didn't tell her, but I was trying to do it while they was outside the house. I was. So I was scaring her, and then like I started seeing like spirits in the house, but it was so crazy because first I felt like one good spirit was in their house, and I did not know that my brother-in-law brought in his mama's urn into the house. And he was like, that must be my mama. But then I started feeling a dark spirit, the spirit I was trying to cast out and send to the pits of hell from which it belonged. And then once I did that work, get off my motherfucking page if you don't want to be here. So once I did that work, I never had that issue. The house cleared up, okay? So I stopped doing it because I was scaring her, and she'd be like trying to bobble me to death, whatever. But then what happened was, so now my good nephew was up for charges, 2 armed robbery. Y'all know what that gives right there. I think we was looking at 20, 40 something years. Two different counties, okay? Armed robbery. So I was like, oh no. Let me pull out my bag. Oh no. My sister was like, don't do nothing. She's like, Rox, don't do nothing. Boy, girl, I'm about to go to the crossroads. Okay, if y'all do work, y'all know I'm about to go to the crossroads. You ain't gonna tell me not to do a goddamn thing. So I called up the one who's above me. I said, I need some help, okay? And she's like, now this is what you gotta do. You gotta go to the great. Like, she told me a few things to tell him what he needed to do. And he went into the courtroom, and he got charges while he was locked up. Okay, so now we dealing with like 2 charges on the outside. Now we getting charged while we locked up. So I told him what to do, and the charges on the inside got dropped. So the charges on the inside got dropped. So, but now we facing these 2. What I think they both armed. I think they were both 20 years. Okay. So now she was like, you gotta go to the graveyard for this one, okay? And I had to go find somebody who had similar charges. So I had to do my root work now. But the thing is, I couldn't do every there was like 3 or 4 things I needed to do. I couldn't do everything I needed to do, okay? I'm being very honest with y'all, for real. I'm being very serious with you guys, okay? So I did most things, and I was getting real weak. Now, mind you, sometimes you do this stuff, it's a give and take. It's a give and take. You got to give something to get something, okay? And I'm getting weak, y'all. I'm telling you, I got to the point, and I got several nieces and nephews. I got to the point I was damn near like falling down. Like, I could not. My sister was like, I know you're doing that shit. That's what she always said. I know you're doing that shit. I was like, let me tell you something. My nephew ain't about to spend no damn 40 years locked the fuck up, okay? We doing some shit. So I do my shit. And he had 2 charges. He had one in like Fulton, Fulton, DeKalb, Clayton County. But he had 2 different counties. He went up for the first attempted armed robbery, dropped. Now I'm still in the midst of root work, and I'm deep in spiritual prayer and stuff, whatever. Now I told you I couldn't do that last little bit I need to do. I couldn't get it done. So then I'm still doing this. I'll call him back. So I'm doing mine. I thought I did do not disturb. So now I'm doing the last little bit. He got 1 left. We done dropped. 1 got dropped. Okay. Fulton County. Now this Clayton County. Now y'all know, anybody know anything about Atlanta and Clayton County. Okay, they do not play with you brothers at all. Okay. They putting time on your heads. They don't mind. And it be black men who don't mind putting time on your head. They don't give a damn. Y'all all niggas to them. So I do my root work, and I keep hearing 5 years. I just keep hearing it, 5 years. And I'm still trying, I'm going in, I'm deep in like, and a lot of times like, I cut out all noise. I don't do nothing. Like, it's just, this is I'm focusing on. And I keep hearing 5 years. So my sister go to the courthouse, and her husband go to the first time. And they basically was like, what was it they were saying? Oh, so they agreed upon for like a short amount of time. So I'm thinking, so we had to go back. So I'm thinking, okay, we're going to get a short amount of time for him. So, okay. And he's already, at this time, I think already served a year. And so I go back, and then they go to the judge, and the DA was like, yeah, we agreed upon these years. And the judge like, he needs to do more. What? You tell me the DA and the lawyer agreed upon it, and the judge was like, he needs to do more? He was like, he need to do at least 15 years. My nephew is young, okay? He made a stupid ass fucking mistakes. 15 years? Oh, no. This is not what Spirit told me. This ain't what Spirit, and it was a black man. I was just like, oh my God, 15 years? No. So no. So they agreed upon it, and my sister went the first time, And they told her, no, they wanted him to do at least 15. And she couldn't go to the second one. She was like, could you please go to the second one? So I went with my father and my brother-in-law to the second one. And we went from 15 years they wanted to give him down to 5 years. 5 years. The Spirit kept telling me 5 years. We went from 40 years to 5 years. So I was just like, I knew he was going to do some time, but still, I'm still balling like, oh, my nephew young. Like, he went in as a teenager. So he got out recently. He did, if I'm right, he did 3 years, 11 months. After coming from 2 armed robbery charges. I said, Negro, don't you ever. That Negro know, he'd be like, Auntie, can you do da-da-da? No. So he did 3 years. And that was felt like a long fucking time. And it's so crazy now, because it's like his life is just like, it's different. Like, he went as a teenager. Now he's coming out, his homeboys got kids and shit. So they like, look, dog. Well, due to connections, he got a job. He's making decent. I mean, he's making $20 an hour. You come out of jail, and because of your parents, your mama's connections, you got 20. You instantly get a job. I say, boy, you blessed. $20 an hour. So he's going through a lot because he went in as a teenager. He come out now. His homeboys are adults, and they got kids, and he wanted to get up and play basketball. And they like, look, I'm a dad. I got shit I gotta do. Oh my God, was he there doing nastiness? Hey. And so he's going through that, not knowing where he belongs. And he's only been out a couple of weeks, y'all. But I'm so happy when he got home. But yeah, so that is the last time I did root work was for my nephew. I don't think I did anything since. No. And so my root, so I don't really, see, this is the thing. So the thing is like, how, it's so hard because you come from something. I come from this. And the thing is, I picked it up not knowing I came from this. Like, not knowing, but I was constantly just being drawn to it. Like, I done did some root work before and whatever for like people get pregnant and shit. I done did some stuff like that and they got a child or whatever. I said, you should have named your child after me. But anyway, but I picked it up. I was like constantly being drawn to it. And I picked it up not knowing this is what I came from. And to people, my family was like, finally, like, this is what you come from. Now everybody is now Jesus, this, Jesus, that. Whatever. So how is it bad? I know they like to tell you that it's bad because it's like black culture, but how's it bad when I feel like I come from this? It's like part of me. So I put it down because sometimes I get to that point like, is this bad? Is it not bad? I used to burn candles too. Well, I still burn candles. I got an altar. I still burn candles. I got an altar, but that's more so like when I'm talking like to my ancestors and stuff. But I'm talking about when root work is different. Well, see, this is the difference. So another reason why I don't really do it too much, but I was willing to risk it for my nephew. But I went to somebody above me who actually like, who no. It's because it's one different, like they say, what's the difference between like a tech and a professional? A tech just does the job, but a professional knows why they're doing the job. So the thing is, like, I'm more like a tech. I'm not on that professional level because I didn't have my ancestors teach me. They tried to hide it. They tried to hide it. They was doing it in sight, but they still hid it. So I didn't have people to teach me because the thing is, like, you can open some shit and you don't even know what you done opened, okay? You could. Now, I do refuse to do bad stuff. I do not do bad stuff. I only do stuff to help people out, okay? I don't do no love shit. None of that. I'm not having somebody get hooked on you. Next thing you got a fucking stalker. I don't do none of that. I don't play with that. Okay, it's only like, I only do stuff to benefit people, okay? Like in good ways. I don't change people's heart. No. Well, I change your heart if you're going up to the judge. You going to court. But I don't do that. I don't know why you think that you can outrun the dragon. They turn the Sonic, but you got boomed constantly, guys. Is that okay? Boy, I was just like, you sound like my son. What the hell you talking about? Some Sonic. Oh my god. Yes, I don't. Like I haven't even done it for me in my career. So when I first started back working 10 years ago, I didn't even know, mind you, I didn't even know what I should be making. I had no work experience at that time because I've been years off of working. So when I did it, this is like over 10, 12 years ago, I was just like, I just need to make $50,000. I was like, that's all I need to make. And literally, somebody, I think I put my contact something out there on Craigslist over 10 years ago. And one of the directors of a trucking company called me and hired me on. And he was just like, I can offer you $50,000. I was just like, okay. Of course, I make way more than that now, but that's the only time I've ever, like, I should be doing it to myself now because I want a promotion, but Priest cut the head off a chicken. My dog got the woo on him. Oh my God. So when I was married, I was married to an African. And I knew he was doing that shit and had people, because first of all, I knew he was sacrificing animals. And that's one reason I stopped eating meat, because he was sacrificing fucking goats and shit. And he put some damn goats in my damn BMW when we was over in Africa and transporting them to be sacrificed and shit. So I came back and I no longer ate meat. So, he knew too much shit. Like, he's knowing too much shit about me and my sister. Like, my sister's so fucking private. It was like certain shit that, like, how in the fuck you know this? He was looking in on us, doing that voodoo shit. I think for the longest he had a fucking curse on something on me. No. But it's hard for me to stay away from. But I go back, I play with it, go back, go play with it, go back. And I just say, you know what, if it's wrong, I ask for forgiveness. But I don't feel like it's wrong. I only feel like it's wrong because family may say it's wrong. Google, you people, the thing is the white man can tell you anything because the voodoo stuff is from black culture. So of course, they're going to tell you it's wrong. Of course. They're going to say, oh, it's wrong. But see, I'm the type of person, I get spiritually convicted. So if I get spiritually convicted outside of people, then I know something's not right. I won't mess with it. But I have not been like spiritually convicted. It's always been people saying something is wrong. Okay, it's always people. Okay, so this was funny. So this is one story. So back in the day, I bought this. I'm talking about your ex finding out stuff about your sister. Oh no, the stuff he knew. You couldn't Google this. You couldn't Google this at all. I had to look at the information. No, there's no way you could Google this information at all. It was too no. So and he knew stuff about me. I knew he was looking in. I knew it. Cause like there's no way he could have known certain shit. Cause certain shit would never even leave my being. Okay, certain things would never even leave my being. He messed with that shit, especially when I was trying to leave his ass. So so I got this book, and it was this voodoo book, but it was a storybook. Whatever, it was telling about a family culture who were like from Alabama. My family from way back in the day. I know a lot. Actually, voodoo come out of Alabama. A lot of people thinking it's New Orleans, but it's really Alabama. That's where the real shit from. Okay. So it was a family out of Alabama. She was just telling. It was a book talking about her family history and how it's been used throughout history. And I was reading it, whatever, and I'm reading it, and it's good. It's good, like whatever, and it's giving me spells and whatever, shit to cast and whatever. And I ain't doing anything, but I was just reading it, whatever. And I get to the back, because I'm not the type of person that really skip through the book, whatever. I just open the book from the beginning and I go read that. And I get to the back and it said, how to sell your soul. Steps on selling your soul. Do y'all know I closed that book that quick and I threw that bitch away? See, I don't play with stuff like that because you can't do that. No, I don't play with stuff like that. That's where I draw the line, okay? So I threw this book away. And it was so funny because one of my homegirls come to me. It had to be weeks from me throwing this book away. She was like, girl, I came across a book and I just started reading it and it reminded me of you. It ain't me, but it's for you. And I just wanted to bring it to you so you can have it. I was like, girl, bring it to me. It was the same fucking book. I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I know y'all not trying to make me sell my soul. I will not. Now, that's something I would never do, okay? Because some stuff you can't take back. You can't sell your soul and try to get it back. It was the same fucking book. Well, my mother, like, she used to tell me, she used to tell me, she was like, don't mess with no Ouija boards. Like, I know people who mess with Ouija boards and some crazy shit happened to them. So I would always stay away from that. She was like, when I was younger, we used to mess with a Ouija board. And, good morning. God bless you. God bless you too. Oh, I know you talking about my ex finding out my sister. No, the stuff he knew couldn't Google. I take a lot of souls from women, and that's why I corrupt and turn them cray. That's true. You can do that for real. For real. A lot of men feed off of women's soul energy. A lot of men do that. And that's why women got to be very careful who they attach themselves to. And they just, like, a lot of people don't understand that soul, that energy exchange. They just see it like a physical thing. They don't see it like a metaphysical, whatever, spiritual thing. They don't know what's going on. But it's definitely an energy exchange. Or it could just be somebody just ciphering that shit from you. I completely agree with you. I know that. You got to watch. For real, you said you were. That's why I never be around your ass. You ain't trying to cipher from me. I be protecting my energy. Let me tell you something. My damn ancestors gonna payal you. You come for me, my ancestors. I tell them, get them, sick them. I sick them on you. Old boys and saw shadow people back in the 70s, 80s. Yes, exactly. Okay, so my mother back in the 70s and 80s used to mess with that. She was like, don't ever mess with that. She said, girl, she took like an axe or something to the shit. She said, girl, I took an axe to that motherfucker. And she's like, I threw it away. She said, I promise you, I tell you no lie, that bitch was back in my closet. And then it was so crazy because I have a friend I met in recent years. Her family took a goddamn lighter to the Ouija fucking board. She said the shit was happening, dark fucking spirits all throughout the house. The bed was shaking. She was like, do you not know that bitch was back in the house? I said, girl, my mama told me the same goddamn thing. I don't fuck with that Ouija board. So I'm dealing, because sometimes I be thinking, okay, maybe I'm crazy. So I was doing, when I started really getting on my tarot cards heavy, and I'm like, I know there's a presence here. I'm feeling it. It was on my right. I was actually doing it in my desk. On my left-hand side, I knew there was a presence there. And I started asking it. I was like, are you a good or are you bad? Like, and then it kept telling me, I'm neither good nor bad. I'm like, what are you? And I kept asking. It was just telling me different ways. I'm neither good nor bad. So you can't look at it and say it's neither good or bad. It's dark and light. See, it was more active back in those days than right now. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard about that. But a lot of people don't believe that. But I definitely heard about that. Yeah, so my family, my aunties and stuff was telling me when I was younger, like, oh, you gifted. So I ran from it. And then I found my way back to it. But like, see, the thing is now, like my family who's like bishops and stuff, they call themselves like, they like prophets and stuff. Now it's like, oh, I'm a prophet. Okay. So I don't call myself any of that. But if I see some shit, whatever. So with me, is when I say see, mine is more so like, okay, I may see spirit. But I don't see it in human form like my mama. I see it in like shadows. I hear stuff and I feel stuff and I dream stuff. I think it would probably be easy if I were to see it. It would be easy. Oh, now I did have something happen to me. I was not well for, this was way before this time. Why not feel about Marcus unless your interviews in voodoo? What you feel about Marcus? I know you a vampire. You know, they say they're real vampires for real. Like, real, like, fucking vampires with the whole, but not, I don't know, but you like a spiritual vampire. Why not feel stuff about Marcus? I'm not asking about Marcus from Last Street Interviews. That is more about entertainment purposes. That's just like easy content. I'm not doing no voodoo, whatever. I told y'all I have direct connections to the capital, to the criminal judges, like direct. If I was really like that about Marcus, I could easily just go and get charges on him. Like, you know, Negroes ain't got no, I mean, shit, y'all think white folks, Negroes ain't got no problem putting a charge on you too. They'll come up with a damn charge. just to ruin money, ruin your time and money. I could easily go and contact them people and say he got a criminal issue. He said that he's a world. Really? Really? I wonder. Really? Well, I don't play big spirit versus little spirit. I don't do all that. I never heard that. But the thing is, like, honestly, I don't, like, I've been a member of his channel for like a year, but I don't really go, like, really watch his channel. Like, I've only recently, because it's so crazy because I did one video, watching one video from him, and it just blew the fuck up. So then I was like, okay, let me do a little commentary, whatever, get my numbers up. But my initial channel was built just for story times. But what I was noticing was that people weren't watching videos, but people watched shorts. So my things was going up because of because of my shorts. So I just started doing it on him. So I did not know like the history of polo. I did not know, like, it was like other people coming to tell me the history, whatever. Now, once I met Quita, I would follow Quita because she's just entertaining. But I don't know like his channel history because I really just don't. He made me uncomfortable. I saw a few videos and he would be asking, like, mostly women about them being molested and stuff, and that's horrible. But then you start playing with men and their sexuality, and I don't like that. That bothers my spirit. So I don't watch his channel like that. But the Quita shit was funny as hell to me, so I watched that. But if he's really a warlock, no, I'm not. I ain't even gonna go there. I do a real deal rich, but he is from the West Indies, so he probably dibble and dabble in that. But I sure wouldn't be using that to be fucking off of homeless people. He could do better stuff with his powers than fucking homeless people. My God. And that's the thing too. So why I'm not like, I do commentary and I think it's hilarious to me. Whatever the shit I talk, I never go too deep. Like, I never mention, like, other than me saying, oh, you know, he got a baby. I don't ever talk about people's kids. I don't do all that type of stuff. Because the thing is like, when you really be delving into that shit, like I say, there's always a give and take. So you don't want to be doing evil shit because you don't want shit to bounce back on you. Okay? And I got to make sure when I do some shit, it's always justified. Like, I have to have it, and not just like, oh, because I'm feeling mad or something, this is justified. Like, no, it has to be like the scales. It needs to be really fucking justified. You can't just be. That's how you know when somebody's real with their shit. They understand about balance and stuff. And you just don't do shit. Like, just because I can't, like, he annoys me and shit, I'm not gonna sit up here and do some shit on him. Like, no, that's not justified. That's not. So I wouldn't do nothing like that. And I wouldn't even strike. Like, then people talking about striking his channel. I wouldn't even. Why would I strike his channel? There's people that, like, he has to do something really, really, really that I'm just like, okay. But there's commentary people eating off of. I don't get no money off of my channel. I don't have enough followers. But there's people that eat off of him. Keep the door closed after dark. The souls ain't walking in here. House, she used to lock us out. Now, crazy thing. Now, I didn't even know about the keep the doors. Okay. Black folks just kind of kept the doors. I didn't know about that part. Put it down. It's not that good. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm fasting today. So I'm fasting. My mouth dry. Okay. Oh, that's what. Thank you. Sleep paralysis. Thank you. I was about to get back to that because that's what I was going. Well, I guess I'll be here more often. I like your content. I'm into hoodoo. Really? Okay. So now it's so crazy. So when I was coming up, I used to see all the glass bottles. Like, I didn't know about to keep the doors locked about spirits, but I used to see all like the glass bottles hanging in the yard. I never knew what that was for, but that's for like trapping spirits and shit. I didn't know that. And then my aunties and stuff used to have the upside down broom sitting at the door. That's for something. And then when you want a woman to get pregnant, having the egg up under the bed and stuff. You know, this is certain stuff. Okay, or New Year's, the man needs to, like, certain things stem from hoodoo and stuff. The man needs to be the first to walk in your house, or use salt and stuff to cleanse your house and stuff like that. Like, sweep salt out your house and stuff like that. And don't let nobody pick up your shoe print. Don't let nobody do that. So if you walk and you see your footprint, you need to erase it, because people will do work on you like that. Don't let nobody, like, I knew when I was younger, let nobody get your hair. Don't let nobody get your hair. As a woman, my mother used to always tell me that. Don't let nobody get your hair. When somebody cut your hair, you get that hair. Don't let nobody, cause they can do work on you like that. Okay, so I had sleep paralysis. Good, thank you. So I was fucking ill. This was before I started doing YouTube. And it was for a while. I mean, I was in pain and like I'm going to doctors and everything, whatever. Couldn't figure out why, whatever. And so one day, so a lot of times, so when I do my prayers and stuff, I'll speak to my grandmother and I speak to my ancestors and stuff. So I'm in my room and I always sleep with my door closed. And if you open my door, because my son comes in my room every morning because I take his electronics at night. Souls walk the street at night. It stems back in the islands, don't accept gifts. And the gifts is the biggest one. Oh, okay. You got to be careful. And don't eat everybody food. So, if you open my door, it creaks so bad. I don't even know how to fix that, but it does. I mean, something obviously is off, but it creaks so bad. So every morning, like I could still be laying down and my son opened the door so I know what time it is. And I just tell him good morning, whatever. I love him. So I've been in pain for so long, it had to be over a month. And I'm in my bed. And then I realized like my door creaks and I feel something enters my room, and I have a fireplace in my room and something is standing by my fireplace. And I'm trying to lift my head because I'm like thinking it's my son. So I want to speak and say good morning, tell him I love him before he heads off to school. And I'm like, and I can't move and I can't speak. So I'm hearing my voice in my head and I'm like, oh my God, I can't move. I can't speak. My father was like, you sure you want to sleep? I was like, no. I was up. I was like, I could not move. And so then I started praying in my head and then I called on like my grandmother and I called on my ancestors, whatever. I was like, you need to take, because something, and I knew it was dark and it was just standing there and I could feel it just like, ugh, it was dark. And then I was just like, and I started praying or whatever. And I just called on Jesus, whatever. And then next thing my body and I jump up. And then I feel it like the energy just fucking clears out my room. And the thing is, now mind you, I've not been well, and to the way like my body's not been well. I jump up out of bed. And do you not know all my pain I've been going through for a whole month was fucking gone? I was like, what? Like it was crazy because I was in a fucking heavy depression too. It was just like fucking going to call on God, Jesus Christ, my ancestors with nightmares. I have had sleep paralysis some time. So then I jump up. Like, mind you, I'm praying like heavy, whatever. And I jump up and I feel the spirit leave my room. And I jump up. And my body, like, I jump out of bed. My body is just like my depression and everything. Let me tell you something. My depression, my body was hurting so bad. They wanted for me to get committed into a mental institute. They was like, okay, you may not need to let's do half. No lie. I was going to therapy every evening. Every evening. It was so bad. I was like, man, I felt depressed before, but I ain't never I don't know what is wrong. And the thing is, I was like, I knew it was spiritual because like, I should not feel like this. You ever been in your body and be like, this ain't right. This ain't me. I was like, something is on me. I think a spirit is on me. And place them into objects once they accept you, taking the spirit that comes with it. Yeah, for real. So I was like, you ever kind of like looking outward and you're like, this is not me. I know what my depression feels like. This is not my fucking depression. Something is on me. And so I was just like heavy praying and I jumped up and I was just like, I felt good and stuff. So I go to my therapist and I was just like, I'm fine. It was like the depression was so hard. It was so hard for me to even get out the bed. Oh my God. You talking about, I was thanking God I was like working from home because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through work. It was hard for me to work. I was just like, something is on me. And I didn't know where it was coming from. So I jumped up and I was just like, I was just good. I was like, well, so I looked down at my clock, my phone, and it was like 8 something. It was in the morning. It wasn't even night. It was like 8 something in the morning. And I was like, 8 something in the morning. And I was like, it couldn't have been my son. My son been left the house. I was like, something was on. I knew something was there and was on me. But it was like it lifted. All of it just lifted. And I stopped doing my therapy. Have you heard about black-eyed children? No, I never heard about that. And it's so crazy. And it's also like, so I be in my bedroom and I just be talking. I be feeling like I be telling myself I be talking to my grandma. And I have in my corner of my room, there's a mirror. And I'm just talking and I just be like, I'm my grandmother's still alive. I'm just talking, whatever. Just, and I be always looking at the mirror. Always talking to her. Like, she's still here. And it's so crazy because somebody put me in contact with this woman who's a psychic. And she's popular. Like, I came across her on TikTok. And she be having people be fucking crying. Like, she talked to the dead and everything. Like, she real. I even asked Spirit if she was real. She real, okay? So, I talked to her a month ago. She said, you know your grandma with you. I was like, I know she with me. I be talking to her often. She was like, she's staying right beside your mirror in your room. I was like, what? She was like, she's staying right beside your mirror. It was crazy to me because for some reason, I always be looking at my mirror, thinking I'm like, looking towards my mirror, like, Nana. She's like, yeah, your grandma's right beside your mirror in your bedroom. I heard Psalm 23 with the shower and salt water being poured after you clean yourself. Yeah, true. That one is very true, yeah. I'm going to look it up. Black Eyed Children, I'm going to look that up. But I had one time, there was this dude who was bad in my life. He died or whatever. And I was getting a reading and it got dark. Like, it was so crazy because I was in a room with the reader. Now, this is the woman who does like the voodoo, like her friend from Alabama. It was so like her schedule was so packed, so I couldn't even get to meet her when she came in. And I just showed up at the place and I caught her on a break. And I'm so happy because I was just like so intrigued. This when I was a little younger. And we just talking, we sitting in the room talking. And fucking like the room was dim. She lit candles and stuff, and the candles started like blinking real fast, and then the room got fucking dark as fuck. And I'm just like, she was like, so and so is here. There's no way she would have known about who fucking so and so was. And I was just like, and she was like, he's telling me stop like talking to him, calling on him, leave him alone, and whatever. It was just got so dark and whatever. And then the next thing, the room, like you just feel some lightness just come. And then the candles like so bright and stuff. And it just came, she was like, your grandmother's in here. And she's telling him to get the fuck on. And then the room just got so light, you could just feel the energy. She was like, she's telling him to leave you the fuck alone and get the fuck on out of here. I was just like, I always knew my grandmother's been my protector. Presence of God, the air feels so clean, your soul feels released, and whatever you was going through, God is good. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so psychics are very much so real. The thing is who are they speaking with? Who are they speaking to? That's what you got to be careful. And then the thing is also, a lot of them, they might have started off good. Like, that's why I say I don't know if I'll ever take money, because one time I asked my spirit about this one psychic lady, not none of the ones I told you. This was like an Indian lady. And my spirit told me basically like she started off good, but money has changed her. So that's what I question, because I mean, I know people are different, because my ability, it ain't every day. I'm just not like, hey spirit, what's going to happen today? Where should I go? Like, and then I'm just getting answers. It's not like that. It's literally sometimes just out of the blue, like what have you. Now, if I pull out my cards, and even when I pull out my cards, spirit be like, okay, I'm tired of you now. My spirit be like, I'm tired of you now. Enough is enough. You got your answer. Like, literally, it gets like that. But spirit ain't just talking to me this, like, I don't know. Do spirit, like, I question some psychic people, because it's like, how is it? Because, okay, so I know a psychic lady, like, she goes out, like, after she does so she got to go out into the woods. She goes off for months. Can't talk to nobody, because you have to cleanse yourself for that shit. Like, you're picking up other people's energies. You telling me somebody got a business on the corner and they just constantly taking people all throughout the day, and that's good for them? Because when I look into some shit, I get weak as fuck. I don't believe it. So it's like, who are you talking to? That's what you got to question. But spirit is very much so real. Psychics are very much so real. It's just what you tapping into. Talk to spirits, because you never know what's talking back, for real. Yeah, exactly, Antonio. That's the thing. So I really like question those people. You ain't going off doing no cleansing. You ain't taking time to yourself. You got a 24-hour, whatever, 12-hour business, and you just talking to. How are you able to entertain all that energy coming to you? Buying antiques, because some things can be cursed. Oh, that's true too. But I never, that's true. But you know, crazy thing, maybe because I'm just not an antique person, I never really thought about that. But that is so true too. Very true. People put all types of shit on stuff. My parents told me a long time, don't be eating everybody food. Don't do that. Because I've heard women who do shit to their men, and then they do stuff to their men with their period blood. All that is true. And I know some people say, well, it's not true unless you believe it. But even when I didn't believe stuff, I've seen stuff. I've seen stuff. I would still leave a ninja on a poster. You gotta be careful. The shit is real. Now, also what I be questioning, I remember when I went out to Louisiana, I went into one of the shops, the voodoo shops, and there was a white people in the shop. And I was just like, now I know they do a different type of, what do they call themselves? That's a different type of voodoo, whatever. But I was just like, this to me just don't. Are you black folks just giving everything away? Ain't nothing sacred. I was like, somebody just don't seem right. It could be there for a reason. True. You don't know what could be possessed. True. What, or you know what they say, or trapping spirits? What spirit have been trapped into something? And you find yourself can't get rid of something. You wonder all of a sudden, shit just going all awry in your life. That's true. No, I have underneath my bed, no back, I'm real slime. What? You got something up under your bed. I've never done. I told you I've never put no. See, the thing is, you know what? Maybe if I was a woman without a child or some shit, I would probably put something on somebody if they fuck with me. But you don't know how shit will come back to you, and I'd be damned if something hit my child. I may be willing to take the blow. That's why I be playing like that. And putting nothing on nobody. If you want to go, go. No. Now you know what you sounds good. No need for switches. I need a. Oh, you talking about a? Oh my God. Why would you need that for a woman? Now you talking about you real slime when it comes to women, or is that just for everybody? That is crazy. The crook in me. They see the evil in me, but they say I'm handsome. But the handsome ones are the ones that really doing the evil. I know. You don't think you're gonna have to pay for that? Everybody gotta pay a toll. You don't think you're gonna have to pay for that? You don't believe in, even if you want to call it karma, balance? I never heard. I gotta be. What type of box is that? I never heard of that. Oh, it popped up. Oh no. Really? And the crazy thing is, that was something that probably my sister would see at a yard sale and would pick up. Because that doesn't look evil. But now, now I know. Oh no. That don't even seem evil. Golly. You gotta be careful out here. No. Okay, so you done too much, but did you sell your soul? Like, you know you can repent, do good works. You're faster. You talking about you gonna go to hell faster? You going to the darkness faster? Are you saying you going to hell faster? It's well for me, when I walk into a room, and especially like people I know who are gifted or whatever, they always say, "Oh, you got a beautiful spirit." I know. And they say they see the light around me. That wouldn't be crazy if the lights all of a sudden went out. I'll only go so far with my tomfoolery. Oh my God. You better change that. Ain't no way. I mean, I don't know what happens after we leave here. Oh, he been nasty. But ain't no way. Go to a place worse than Earth? No. No. Somebody used to tell me, if you ever, I'm thinking you sin and you are aware that your sin, you already sold yourself. I wouldn't necessarily say so. Maybe, I think there's probably some level of forgiveness. Now, somebody told me that once you off somebody, you send them to the afterworld, there's a spirit that follows you around. You ever heard about that? Somebody told me it's always with you. There's like a dark cloud on you. A spiritual dark cloud. Anybody ever heard that before? I think the person probably off somebody who told me this, but they told me that. I wouldn't be surprised because some people say everybody has like auras. Oh, you've done that. So, okay, so since you've done that, do you have that dark cloud? Because they say there's a certain aura around a person. Like around, they say there's an aura around everybody, but if you do that, then there's like a dark aura. Do you have that around you? Or maybe the man was just talking BS. But he told me it's around people who done did that. But I wonder if there's still forgiveness in that. It's always a nasty motherfucker. Nasty motherfucker, nasty motherfucker. Nasty motherfucker, nasty motherfucker. So tell me, Levi, tell me, is that so? Do you feel like your aura changed? I just saw on somebody's channel the other day, he said he offed somebody and he said that person haunts him at night. He said around the haunting hours, the 3 o'clock, and he did it when he was a teenager. He did it very young. He said the person still haunts him to this day. Well, what was it, like 5 years later? Yeah, I don't think he'll forgive himself. I don't think you can take back once your soul have to meet me or get a live stream with me to peep my aura. I don't know. Like I can, okay, so when I say aura, like me personally, I could walk up with somebody, I'm like, okay, I don't feel like something. I don't know what it is, but hey, Scotty, I don't know what it is, but no. Sometimes you just feel people like, I don't know what it is, but that's not for me. But there are some people who say like there are real like auras, like they can see like people, some people like, especially people who died and came back, they say they see actually like certain colors around people. So I'm wondering if it's like a real like, do you personally feel like there is something around you? Oh, so it is, there's so much to explain, but you feel something. So it might be true. The movies you watch, especially parents. My sister tells me that all the time. She says stuff like that can get into your spirit. She loves telling me that. Like, I'm not really scared of scary movies, but when you add a little religion into it, I be like, hold up now. Let me not, I don't know, because, you know, Hollywood, they be liking to throw a little, they say even the music, you got to be careful. So me personally, 315. So me personally, I do not. The recent that like the last concert that Beyonce, for some reason, like that last concert, everybody was inviting me out. For Beyonce, I said it's evil. Now people like, are you crazy? I was like, I feel evil energy. I'm not going. I don't want to listen to the music. There's some evil entity around this shit. I'm telling y'all. And people tell me I'm crazy. I don't even fuck with Beyonce no more. I don't even fuck with her no more. People think I'm crazy though. I said there's evil energy around this. I don't deal with it. I don't know what it is, but it's evil. But you can't tell a beehive that. And certain things, like once I feel it, I don't mess with it. And it was so crazy because I had people like offering like to get my ticket and everything. I was like, I definitely know it's fucking evil. Cause y'all wouldn't be coming offering free tickets and all types of shit like this if it wasn't. You ain't messing with my source. I don't even mess with. Nope. I don't even mess with Beyonce anymore. Devil was a handsome guy right before he was. Yeah. Absolutely. Facts. So you think like once you do some sins like this, basically like your soul, so you don't think it's really do you not think it's really having to have a conversation? And then that's how you sell it? You just feel like you just have to do something and then you done sold it? Or is it both? What you think? Is it both? Oh, absolutely. Because my ex was fine as hell. I wouldn't call him my ex was fine as fuck. Sometimes I was like, this is a damn demon on you. It's a damn demon. I can't stay away. If it wasn't for that damn demon. Oh yeah. I said you got demon. You got demon dick. You got demon dick. So tell me, Levi, what you think? Exactly. I feel like it could be both. I feel like when you've done what I've done, it's basically the icing on the cake and it seals your fate. Spirit requires to accept what it comes with no matter what. Certain needs that the spirit requires to accept. Okay, so this is my thing. So, okay, so so it's both. Okay, that's understandable. So you done sealed your fate, but this is my thing. If you sealed your fate in the afterworld, I just feel like while you're here, you should have like all the riches. You should be like J fucking Z. Like, it's like, first of all, I don't think there's nothing worth sealing it just for no material goods. But I just think like, if you gonna have to go deal with hell, then you need to be having, you got to give it up. You got to pay me, you know. Anyway, because I heard they had a church of Beyonce where they listened to her, worship her. I heard that too. I was just like, this foolery. Foolery. You got to fulfill certain needs that the spirit requires to accept what comes with no matter what. So, okay, you got to fulfill it. Are you told what is needed? Do you think, Antonio, is spirit telling you exactly what's needed? Or you just got to do stuff that you know is wrong? Like, how do you know what's needed? And that's what I'm curious about. How do you know what's needed? Is spirit come to talk to you and say, okay, so I know all about like, okay, we could cut do the whole blood sacrifice, whatever. Now, I don't know the whole ritual. I told you, once I got to the back of the book when it was telling me about selling my soul, I would not read it, okay? I don't even want to have it in my mind. I don't even want to know, okay? But I've seen on the whole, movies cutting just whatever blood, and pretty much movies do depict reality. So I'm pretty sure something of that. But it's spirit saying, well, if this is what you want, then the spirit, you hear spirit say, I need you to do X, Y, and Z? Like, how does that shows up? And I don't fuck with Beyonce no more. No. No, yeah, I can go worship. But anything can become your idol if you worship it too much. And throw prop money in the living of your house for a call therefore is as soon as you dialing it, cuz be like this when you die. Be like this when you die. What you mean, babe? What you mean? I'm confused. Be and throw prop money in the living room of your house for the call therefore. How am I'm confused. Back from the Oh, you never going. Okay, what type? Please, that you never know what's going to happen when you leave here. I always say I haven't met a person yet who came back from the afterlife and said it's gonna. Okay. 165 pounds. My God. The average weight. No, I think the average weight of a woman is actually more now. Okay, so I accidentally, when I was younger, overdosed. And off of fucking kids' medicine. Okay, I did not know the difference between teaspoon, whatever, tablespoons, and all that, whatever. So I knew I wasn't feeling well, so I overdosed. Okay, so I didn't die. However, when they said near clocking out, I saw myself looking down on myself, and I heard the whole discussion about what was being said. I heard everything, and I was looking down on myself, lying in the bed. Let me see, babe. Plus, I'm not one of them type of people who believes you never know what's going to happen when you leave here. I always say I haven't met a person who came back from the afterlife and said it's gonna. Yeah. I want Jamar to repeat because I don't understand about the prop money. Be like this when you die. Okay, yeah, okay, I understand that, yes. So spirit requires some type of sacrifice, dog, cat, person, your soul directly. And when it talks to you, the person has to fulfill what it's asking if you want what's desired. Yeah, I'm used to the whole animal sacrifice thing. Can you see my whole message? Yeah, I saw it. Well, yeah, I've never met somebody who died and came back. I did go and see a movie at the theater with my family, and it was about people who died and came back from the afterlife. And that was the one thing. One of the people say people come back, like they came back and they saw aura. And then I saw two people that were atheists before they died, and they came back, and now it's like one was like a pastor now after he died, and it was just like people once they came back, like some was like so disappointed they came back because they was like when they died they was like healthy and felt good, and now they got to come back to painful life and therapy, so they was mad for being brought back. And then some people came back and was like so fucking depressed because the feeling they had after when they died compared to earth. They was just in the deep depression. I died when I was younger off of alcohol poisoning. I just remember everything being black. That's all you would do? Can you see my whole mess? Okay. Really, all you saw was everything being black? No, when I OD, I saw myself looking down at myself. And I saw all my family standing around me. That's what I saw. But of course, that's not me completely dying. But a lot of times, the people who've had like surgeries and died on the table came back. A lot of them said that basically like, they were in the room and they felt spirit beside them. And I do believe I felt spirit beside me. They felt spirit beside them and they could see their families talking in a room. They say even if their family was outside of the room and walking down, like walking toward them or something, they could hear the thoughts of their family. Like everything was just like 360. They could just feel and hear everything around them. They could even hear thoughts. So I heard that. And I heard, like, my family, like, when I was damn near about to die. I feel like something was beside me. Maybe it's your guide. You know, they say sometimes people say you die, you got a guide, you get a guide. They're about to guide you through the afterlife. Mm-hmm. Ever since you stopped drinking, that was when I was a teen. And that's good. Good, good. Mm-hmm. My parents let me drink when I was younger. My father only rule was like, you could drink, but don't you ever be no damn he said, don't you ever be no damn cheap drunk. And he said, don't he was like, couldn't be a cheap drunk. And he said, I'm a lady, so I can't drink straight out the bottle. It's a real thing. Look up the studies of it real. My big brother died on a surgery table after being shot 13 times with an AKA. He said demons was beating his ass. Oh, that's right. There was this one man that was in that show. I mean, that movie that my family went to the theater to see, and he was hell while he was on earth. He was evil. He was an evil person. And he said them damn spirits came and picked his ass up. He said he walked like in spirit form. He walked outside of his hospital room and them spirits came and dragged his ass. He said they was in black form. And they looked like humans, but it wasn't humans. And he said this shit dragged his ass to hell. And so when he came back, he decided he was gonna be a good person. He said he was dragged to hell. He said, I refuse. Mm-hmm. I believe it. That's not trying to do evil shit. His life for the better. My brother passing on for right before his birthday. Oh. But he changed. See, that's good. He had the Lazarus effect. See, his brother had it. His brother was getting his ass beat by demons. So, oh wow, dang, that's young. Golly, we all aren't born to be good. I feel some of us come from sin and evil, and some of us were born to be natural sinners. You know what? I kind of believe that in a sense. I kind of believe that. Someone told me that someone who passed prior in my family who was not a good person at all. I mean, bad. Someone told me that person was going to be reborn. He was going to wasn't reincarnated. And he said that this person told me this child is going to go through so much hell because he is going to try to make up for the sins of the one who previously died. That poor little child, 6-some years old, has gone through so much hell, seen people die in front of him. Parents are both a hot mess. He has gone through so much hell. But I was told this before the child even came into the world. Like, the person is coming back to make up for the shit they done did. But the child, it seemed like a sweet person. But the shit he's already been through at about the age of 6, I'm like, my God, today. You feel like you're evil? Lord Jesus. I think sometimes people you remind me of my auntie who used to beat me up till one of my eyes stopped working. What? Oh no. Unstable, but I would never know it. You would never know it. Oh, you real crazy. You real crazy. I think people get reincarnated and or they say like, y'all never seen them stories like, a child or something is born and they left ear, they can't hear out of their left ear. Y'all never seen them stories where, or like the child is telling you stuff like, this child was born in 1920s. And he was like, no, I'm from Wisconsin. I'm a farmer from Wisconsin. And then people do like, I saw this one show and like somebody did research about like trying to find the exact place. And this man was like a fucking farmer who went on top of his roof of his barn or something, fell down, died. He hit the like left side of his head and died that way. And the child who the child thought he was could not hear on the left side of his ear. Like seriously, y'all never seen no. I used to get so like drawn. My sister's like, watch this. I was so drawn into them stories. I do believe in reincarnation. He gave us free will, but you choose to continue to be bad. That's the war. Technically, a child can't be offered to the devil because they hold innocence till a teen. Yeah, I heard that, like, to that 13. But that's crazy to me because I do believe in reincarnation. Like, especially like them kids be like, no, I was here. I lived so and so and so and so. Like my it used to be a house here in my city in the 70s. Woman moved out and left everything in the house late at night. You could hear the piano playing. Oh wow. Ah. Mm, what is the lady name? You ever heard a story of the singing lady? No. What's that? The singing lady. I believe that about the piano. Well, no, tell me about it. What is about it? They say if you ever out late at night and see a woman singing, walk the other way. She's not human. If she sees you, she will take you. Oh my God. No. Is that some Louisiana thing? Now I know you don't need to be fucking around at no crossroad. But no. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. I don't feel like it should be that easy for your soul to be taken. Like, I think it needs to be. You should give it. You have to be able to give it up. I'm gonna write this down. The black eye kids, black eye children. I'm gonna look this up. Eye children. The singing lady. I'm gonna look all this up. Now every time I see somebody sing, I'm gonna need to walk the hell on. Does she look like a certain? Does she have a certain look to her? I mean, every single I'm gonna walk. Saying that zombie man is eventually drives you crazy when playing with voodoo. That's why Zoe means bones or zombie people kill themselves playing with. Oh. Mm. Mm. I know they say New Orleans is haunted, but when I went, I had a good time. The only place I've really been that I feel like there was some spirits outside was Las fucking Vegas. Las Vegas had me, I was just like, no. Vampires in New Orleans, I believe it, but Las Vegas had me like, there's some shit out here. Oh yeah. But when I went to there, I went to New Orleans by myself. That was actually my first solo vacation I took, was to New Orleans by myself. And it's so crazy because I spoke to one of my little psychic people, and it was like, you want to meet a man out there, and he was gonna have a daughter, and y'all gonna be around each other for a long time. Y'all gonna be, and so crazy because I did meet a man out there, and somehow we was already social media friends, but I never knew that. I'm like, how did we become social media friends? Like, I've never seen you on social media. He was out there visiting by himself as well, and he did have a daughter, and we had the most toxic on and off relationship. It wasn't even a relationship. It was on and off toxic sex life for years. It was some of the best toxic shit I've ever had in my life. And this was many years ago. This was right after my divorce. So this was over 10 years ago. And I finally got rid of this nigga for good. Because he would even try to come back between me and my ex breaking up. Last year, I was like, stop calling me. Over 10 years, this man's been. It was hard to shake. It was some hard, crazy. That dick came with some craziness, okay? Y'all need to come to my new stream and talk about this with me. Stink button. You got rid of him. Oh my God, I had to. It was too much. You know when it's just like, when a person's so toxic, the sex don't even make up for it. That was him. The sex really, at the point, it just wouldn't even make. Oh my God. This is the only man, I tell you no lie. Okay, so when it comes to, like, I have a lot of lingerie and stuff. But when it comes to that, to me, like, either lingerie is for myself when I sleep at night because I want to look pretty, or it's for my man. And I mean my man, okay? This man is the only man that had me going up into his damn sky rise in nothing but a trench coat or with lingerie on under a trench coat. This man had me, he had me going, and I had him going. We just had a pull on each other. I said, it must have been some of that voodoo dick or something. We just had a pull. Like, he owns several restaurants, and I would just pop up at his restaurants. And I'd be like the lady in fucking red. So I'm dressing to kill, okay? And whatever he's doing, he just like stops, and his whole focus is on me. Like, oh my God, it's like we just had this bad energy with each other. It was, I mean, live us toxic guys. We always win. Bad boys finish first, and good guys finish. I wouldn't say that, but the thing is, what got me is like, there's nothing more attractive to me than somebody who just like really fucking into me. Like, you really just, not just like you look good, but I could just like fucking affect you. Like, I could affect your whole fucking mood. Like, that shit turns me on. And so I used to love that shit. It was like a high. Oh my God, it was like a fucking high to me, because I could just like, I walk into a room and I don't care what he's talking about. I don't care what he's fucking talking about, and I could just change his whole fucking mood. Just that shit would turn me on. Like, that's better being with somebody, like, that energy be better being with somebody who like, oh, he cares about me. But it's different when you with a nigga that you know, like, you can really just affect his ass. Like, I don't know, like, just having that effect. It used to do it for me. So I just deal with his toxicness because he made me feel good because I can drive him crazy. Oh, Oh my God, I'm telling you, no, I'm telling you more so about the fucking energy, because I've only had 2 men in my life. And now this not even my husband. I've only had 2 men in my life who, like, if I walk into a fucking room, like, okay, so I have men, like, I walk into a room, men look, okay, I be strutting, okay, but I'm talking about somebody, like, I just change your fucking energy, like, you just want to be around me. Like, I've only had 2 men like that, and one was toxic, the other one wasn't. Unfortunately, like, I just brought up the other one. His birthday was yesterday. We still friends to this day, but the thing is, I was like, if anybody I should have married, should have been him. But he said no, because what is this? Retouch. Oh, there was retouch off. Something was, I've never seen that before. Oh, so he said no because he was so much older than me. And so when we was younger, he was just like, it feels good to you right now. And we look good together right now. He said, but we're going to age. And as we age, I'm gonna get old. I'm gonna start looking old to you fat quicker. And so I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. But it's true. It is so true, because when he was younger, oh my God, he's like 15, 16 years older than me. When he was younger, it was like, oh my God. And it's like, we've known each other for like longer than 15, 16 years. Even when I was married, I still would see him. I was just like, oh, that's a nice looking man. But we didn't do nothing till I got divorced, okay? But as we age, it's like, where has time went? Like, what he was saying was true. And so I respect him, because I always feel like I can affect him. Like, even to this day, he don't even like being around me when he's in relationships, because I can still walk into the room and I still have that pull on him. And he's not toxic at all. So it's just that pull to have on a person, like, it's like energy. To show shit is crazy. All that bad shit and have nothing to show. Cut that crap. You see how happy. Oh, but I'm off of both of them. Now, the other one that I was just talking about, I feel like we should have married each other. But now I see what he was saying. And it's crazy to me, because I was like sitting around the other day with my mama and my cousins, my older cousins, they're much older than me. And my mother said, my parents still married. My father's much older than my mom. They're 9 years apart. And she was like, I wish the older women would have prepared me for my husband getting older. And when she said that, that hit me, because my friend, like, he respects me to this day. Like, he cares more about, like, my well-being. Like, he cares about me by, like, letting me know that when I was younger, because he could have just went with it, for his benefit. I'm a younger woman. I'm Levincius. He could have just went with it because I was a younger woman and say, well, I have a younger woman on my arm. But he was like, no, I don't want that for you, because we're going to age and you're going to notice the difference. But my mother was saying the same thing. And although my father was there, he was like, damn, I'm still alive. My father was in the front room. He was like, damn, I'm still alive. She's like, there was no older women to prepare me for what it looks like for your husband to get older. Like, and so that's what they always suggest, like marriages that tend to work out well is the ones between like 3-4 years, your age. Because you don't be prepared for it. Because now I look at my friend, I'm like, damn, he's an old man. But back in the day, like, I got pictures sometimes I look back in the day, that boy had like heads turning. But yeah, nobody prepared me for my husband getting older. So women, you gotta be careful when you give it an old man. He may pay them bills now, but them times gonna change. Tides will turn. But yeah, but that toxic one they both gave me great dick. Oh my God. They both. The ones who I used to do something to, my God. Like, I got probably like a top list of like 4 or 5 people that like memorable. Outside of that, I would forget you even existed. I'm like, did I have sex with you? And they at the top of that list. They at the top. They are at the top. Even my ex-husband at the top. But they sex, like, it was very passionate. Like, it was a whole fucking experience. It's just like, I am really here to cater to you. Like, you are my fucking muse. Like, you ever been a man, like, women been a man, like, this man looking at you like you his fucking muse. Like, the shit is different. But see, the difference is with the toxic one, I hope you learned your lesson. So with the toxic one, I can't call his ass up and say, I need my furniture moved. I can't do that, okay? I can't do that with him. The only thing he is good for is that, and he may, He been trying for years to get back with me. So he be trying to take me out to eat and shit, take me to restaurants and stuff. And I still be like, what you think you gonna feed me to fuck me? No. It's just like, it's just so toxic. Like, I only want to have sex because I know it's gonna come with. He's so fucking toxic. It's so crazy because I'm not asking this man to be with me at all. Like, that was many years ago. He was just like, you be playing with my heart. You be acting like you love me, but then you always like to leave me and you don't like to come. I was like, Negro, you know you don't want it. I was like, why you playing? You trying to play military mind games? I'm playing with your heart. Boy, if you don't stop. But yeah, so the toxic one, I can't call and really ask for nothing but dick, okay? Dick and maybe go to a restaurant. Can't call and ask for nothing. Now that's the toxic dick. Now then there's the other one. The other one, oh my God, even when I moved into my house, right here helping me, like anything. That's why I said that one should have been my husband, but he said no. Yes, you can dial. The other one, that one should have been my husband. But also back in the day, he knew the type of man I was divorcing. And the type of man I was divorcing, like, had money and he paid all my bills. So he was even hesitant back then because he was like, I'm just an average man. You're used to, yeah, you say you would be okay with this, but you're used to this type of lifestyle. You're really not going to be okay with this type of lifestyle. He was like, I don't want all this stuff that you accustomed to. And he was like, I want you to receive what you want out of life. So that was one thing. And then it was just like, but we still go out, whatever. We don't have sex and nothing like that. That was back in the day, but he still treats me like we do go out. Like last time we went out, a comedian was in town. He still treats me like a fucking queen. But he just old. And he said he don't want that for me. His old ass. So. Now, I usually drink just half a bottle a day. I can't. It is so hard. I need to stop drinking. But because I'm having a medical procedure tomorrow, I cannot eat. And I'm thinking about food right now. So, I'm drinking. Basically, old Sims. No, no, honey. So one has to be. No, one was 15 years older than me, mind you. So when I'm up here 20-something, he's only 30-something. You 30-year-old men's bodies look good, and he was military. He was not a simp at all. He treats me like a princess because he just adores me, whatever. That's not treating somebody like a simp. I mean, if I need help, he'll come and help me. Like, we're really good friends. Like, he respects me. Like, it's far few where you can find a man who actually can, like, actually have a woman and treat her, like, have a woman as a friend and really see her as a person and not seeing her like an object. He is one of those. So if you ever get a man friend and he sees you like a person and you're not an object and he's not so chauvinistic, it's like one of the best things to have. So he's like one of those, like, and he thinks women, should be taken care of, whatever. You treat him like a princess. And then he also has daughters. And a lot of men, sometimes once they get daughters, they tend to become better men too. And he has daughters. So yeah, the other one, who actually has a daughter too, he be on bullshit. He be trying to play military mind games. Nobody got time for that. No, but they're not old. When I told you, when I met him, they was all young. But now he's much older. When somebody's 15, 16 years older than you, when you in your 20s and 30s, it don't look like nothing. It's very attractive. Now, when a person now is 50-something years old, it's a difference. Say, any man who talks about they D game weak as fuck, your work speaks for you. That's why she's telling the story. Yeah, good. I mean, when a woman be like, huh? But I'm just saying, like, out of all of them, like, I've dated or had whatever sex with, those was the only two that was like, that I had that impact. Like, I could really shake something up in their life. Like, it's like, oh, Roxy done entered the building. Let me give attention to Roxy. Like, and they've been in relationships, everything. And I still have that effect on them. And that feels good. Now I wish I could be married. The goal would be to actually be able to marry somebody like that. You do the math. Oh my God. Okay, so your daddy just giving out seeds. That don't mean that. Now I'm saying that there's a difference. There's a difference from a man who's just attractive and has the opportunity to spread his seed. But I'm saying it's different to the type of feeling. Because some men just make you feel like, oh, you sexy, something. It's different. Because there's a lot of men that make you feel like you sexy and they want to hit it. And there's a difference when you find that man that you can really like, you have that effect on him. That's the difference. I wonder how they are better for one. She did say anything about good guys. No, I'm telling you about two different men. I told you one is really good and he's not toxic at all. I said the two men that I have like had that effect on. I said it's only been 2 men in my life. One is extremely toxic and the other one is not. And I had that effect. And both. The first time I felt like I was making fucking love, I was like, oh my God, this is what love feels like, was the healthy one. I was just like, is this what love feels? And this was after I was married and divorced. I was like, is this what love make it feel like? Woo. Both got good, okay? No, I've only had, okay, not all men most men got a little level of toxicity in them, okay? I'm talking about I'm talking about true toxic. Like if you order his characteristics, toxic is gonna be at the top. I'm talking about the type of the type of boy who got mama trauma. That's when you want a toxic man, you go find one with some mama trauma. Like women, I know you like cheese. You talking to them, but you always talking about yourself like women. Yeah, you want to find a toxic man, you go find one with mama trauma. That's your quickest way to get. And he got mama trauma. And what makes it worse is because when I finally met his mama, it was so bad because it was supposed to be his homeboy. I popped up at his restaurant one day. I think I told some of y'all the story. I popped up at his restaurant one day. And I didn't know his mom was sitting down at the bar. She was sitting, I was at the bar too, but I was talking to one of his homeboys. And his homeboy was basically like snitching on him and trying to get with me. Hating ass. Okay. So he was like, oh, his mama here. So at the time, I wasn't quite sure, but I had feelings that he had a girl. I'm quiet. I sit back and observe people. I'm real layered back and quiet. So I kind of felt like he had a girl, but I wasn't real sure. But the way he was kind of moving, I was like, I think he might have a girl. So the boy kind of solidified that day that he had a girl. Now, I don't know like how long they've been together, but because we've been back and forth for years. And I told you it was over 10 years back and forth. So the guy was like, come on, let me introduce you to the mama. Hating ass Negroes, okay? So I met the mama and I was just like, now she an older jazzy lady. I was like, now y'all don't take this to me anything. When I'm out, I'm jazzy, okay? She was an older jazzy lady. And I'm just like, we talking whatever. I think it was around my birthday and we was like the same zodiac sign and everything. I was like, oh my God. I think that's what it is. Because this man said he ain't never had no shit like this with no other woman. I remind this man of his mama. I was like, oh my God. Because when I met her, I was just like, oh my God. This is why we had this issue. This man and his mama trauma was fucking his mama, but not directly. Was putting me through mental hell. Why my black computer just want to force to restart? Putting me through mental hell because of his mama. When I saw her, we had the same zodiac sign. She jazzy like me. I was like, oh my God. And then I like found out about like the woman he with, and we are completely like opposites. Like me, I have that viper type energy shit. Like I want to shake the fucking room up and shit. That's another reason why I'm drinking this water, because I need to make sure get my body back. Okay. So thank God, I like maybe this procedure is gonna help me get my back on my diet right. Cause I like to shake a room when I walk into it, and I'm sassy as hell. Okay, I'm jazzy and I'm sassy. And his mama gets jazzy and sassy. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, you are fucking your mama through me. You are angry with you. Like, he take me through some mental mind warfare games. I'm like, we argue like we be in a fucking relationship. And I was like, we ain't even that invested. We just have great sex. And then he want to tell me about my behaviors and stuff. And how I try to act like I love him. But I was like, you're giving me somebody else's energy. I'm what they call a manipulator. I can read you just off of the first conversation we had. No BP. A lot of people are. A lot of people. So I was just like, I knew he was giving me somebody energy because I would tell him all the time. I was like, I don't know who deserved this, but I don't deserve this. And I should have known it was the mama. But the mama always give, like, okay, of course, like we in public, just like me. You gonna give good. You gonna carry yourself, whatever. But I obviously, whatever he went through with his mama, I don't get it. I'm not raising a toxic ass child. I'm trying to raise my child with the least amount of trauma. But he was fucking his mama through me. That's what it was. I was paying for what his mama did to him. I was like, I don't deserve this. And the thing is, I don't like to have conversations with people, with men. It's like, our relationship has to be leveled. Are we on a certain level in this relationship that it warrants this type of conversation? This is a serious ass conversation, but we're not here. Why are we having this conversation? I just think it's fucking unnecessary. And so I'm like, we are here. We just known each other for years, but we're here. We're just sex and conversation every now and then. Why are we having this level of conversation? He was too much. It was too much. It was too much. Well, you guys, you know who you are. You just need that one woman who you just need the one type. Don't mess with good women. Go find a manipulator. There's women out there who will give you your run for your money. Run for your money. Go find her. That's what I think. But the thing is, a lot of times you manipulate. Y'all don't want to be with y'all selves. You don't want your mirror image. You want the good girl. Y'all want to go traumatize somebody else's life. No. You go give somebody who will traumatize you. Now, when I was younger, I ain't gonna say how much younger. I don't do relationships, and I like the good ones. I like to corrupt them. Yeah. So when I was younger, I would be more so like, my friends was telling me I would be like toxic in a sense like, you want to play? Oh, I'm going to play. I'm going to play. And I probably can get away with more because I'm a woman. I'm going to play. I'm going to drive you fucking crazy. You want to drive me crazy? Oh, no. Wait and see. Now, that's the type of toxic I used to give, like, because the thing is, I always meet people like with good intentions. But it's like, nowadays, if I see that here comes the toxicness, I don't even want to play those games. Like, I just ain't got the energy for it. Like, I'm on my adult shit now, okay? I'm a bad person. Yeah, you try to drain them. So nowadays, it's like, I just rather not. I don't have the energy for it. But when I was younger and I used to make time, I was like, you about to fuck around and find out. And you're going to be crying by the time I'm done with you. Because they'll get with me and be like, oh, she's a good girl. I got my ways. My father I remember my husband came and asked for my hand in marriage. And my father was like, you see how she is now? Keep her this way. He was like, because you don't want to see that other side of her. And he was like, I'm telling you, she's the best daughter I got. My father literally said this. I was listening. I was ear hustling. You know, when men talk, I be having to leave the room and shit. Women understand that if you was raised by a dad, you know, sometimes you gotta leave the room, okay? So I was ear hustling, okay? Listen through. He was like, that's what I got, but you want to keep her this way because there's another side of her you don't want to meet. And he warned us. So when he caught himself trying to come and fix the situation when we was going through our issues, my father said, I told you when you asked for a hand in marriage, keep her that way. You don't want her this way. I said when I was younger now. When I was younger, I had energy for it. Now I don't. Now I do not. That's why, like, last 2 years, even though I let what's his name keep circling, and I knew I wasn't like, I was just like, I'm done with it. I was like, I know, like the last two years for real, I ain't had no time for it. But when I was like really younger, 20s younger stuff, oh, I'm gonna get that ass. My friends is like, yeah, he's like, you toxic. You don't know, you toxic. You crazy. But the thing is, I didn't want to be toxic. See, I never approached with toxicity. I never approached a man, never once, ever have approached a man and be like, I'm about to fuck up his life. I'm about to take him for what he got. Never done that. Never. Because I'm a genuinely like decent person. But men get with you. And it's so crazy. So it's always the one. So if you ever on that time where you like, look, I really don't want a relationship. I'm just chilling. And men, I guess they be thinking you be lying or something. But when you really be like, I'm really just chilling, I don't want a relationship. It's like, that's when that toxicity just really come out. They be like, oh no, I'm going to make you want me. They can't stand for you not to want them like that. Even though they don't want you like that, you can't not want them like that. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's when a lot of the toxicity come out. Because they got to make you want them. So now they're going to put it on. And I'm still going to be like, no. I'm so headstrong. No. So now, here we go. Let's play games. Let's play reindeer fucking games. My friend was like, I be telling my friends, since I got some friends who still like doing that shit. I ain't got time for it. He tell you love him. You tell him you love him. You get more extreme than him. Hell. He playing in your face, telling me, let's go to Las Vegas. Let's plan a trip. Okay. Let's go to Las Vegas and get married this weekend. Come on. Let's really fuck this shit up. Let's play. We can play all day. That's kind. When you like me and upfront with women and tell them you toxic and give them that option of dealing with you. A lot do of them choose to deal with the toxic man just off the looks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me see. They was never good. That was a front. Good women will turn you around because she sat in her way, strong-minded, and can call your bullshit from a mile away. Good women do some things to me, especially. Okay, so this is the thing. All people are many things. They're many things. And just because you set a boundary, that's not going to mean a man is going to turn around. What's usually in more cases going to happen, a woman is going to get to a certain maturity and say, I'm going to set a boundary. I'm going to stick with that shit. That shit. I'm going to stick with it. And she end up losing the man, okay? Because most men aren't going to rise up to her standards. But then you could just be a genuine good person. But it's like, okay, you won't leave me alone. I'm telling you, okay. There are some men you can be like, look, I'm not interested any longer. And they're not going nowhere. It'd be the toxic ones. They're not going nowhere. So it's like, okay, I couldn't tell you I wasn't interested. And now you put it on. Then they start telling you how much they love you. And oh my God, that's one of my biggest turn off. Don't tell me you love me and I know you don't. Then they want to start playing on your top and like, oh, I love you and I just can't see myself without you. And then they want to paint a picture in their head because they know you ain't interested. So now they throwing it on. Okay, now they want to take you out and do everything, whatever. Just till they feel like, oh, now she's hooked. She's hooked. Okay. So you was a good woman, but sometimes these niggas just won't leave you alone. Now they playing on your top. So now you feel some type of way. I gave you your out. Okay. Or not only I gave you an out, but I told you all I wanted was to just kick it, chill. I'm not ready right now for a relationship, but you coming with this, and I know you coming with this because you're trying to trap me emotionally. Because you men, a lot of y'all be manipulators. So now it's like, back in the day, it's like, now I got to play. And now I got to play. Now I got to play. But telling a woman that you toxic up front, that's different than what I'm talking about. Because the type I'm talking about is like the man who tells you I'm toxic up front, he's not really being manipulative. He's being honest. He's standing in his truth. The type I'm talking about is the emotional manipulator type. Those are two different things. I would rather someone say they toxic up front And if a woman, hopefully you're strong enough to control your emotions and just let it be what it is, just sex. But see, the one who owned the restaurants, he won't admit to being toxic. He will argue me down. He's an emotional manipulator. Instead, he wants to talk about how I don't treat him like I love him. He wants me, and I don't tell him. I've never told him in 10-something years that I love him, whatever. He wants to emotionally manipulate so I can get hooked. For what? What's the benefit? It's none. Okay? It's none. That's the difference. I'd rather a man just say he's toxic. This one won't admit he's toxic. No. Virginia, you a damn lie. You said you a manipulator, so explain to me how that's up front. Yeah, it's two different things. Two different things. Now, he must start off and say, I'm toxic, and they come to him, but now maybe he wants more from her. And then he starts with the manipulation. Maybe that's what he's doing. But the worst type of men are just the manipulators, the emotional ones. Because this a man will tell you, I'm gonna have sex with you, and I got 3 other girlfriends, and the girl still feel like she gonna change him. She gonna change this man. And this man could tell her, I don't ever want marriage. I don't even want to have kids with you. Oh, hell, there's something to tell you. I'll let you have my baby, but I ain't gonna marry you. Oh, he one with some standards. See, at least you just leave. The emotional manipulators, they don't just like to leave. They don't like leaving. No. No. I gotta make you want me first. You gotta want me first. Then I might leave. No. They won't do that. That's too honorable. That is too honorable to just leave. How in the hell did I get? And he's just dealing with women dumber than his low IQ. Yeah, but with women, she could be a smart woman, business wise. She could be a smart woman, book wise. But there's just some heifers. I ain't never saying I've never been there. When it comes to a man, ain't got no goddamn sense. No goddamn sense. Now I ain't never been like I had a friend like that. I mean, I have a friend that will, so damn dumb when it comes to a man. You gotta be careful with these type of friends too. Some of them they'll catch a charge for his ass. Don't ever be that damn dumb, okay? Now mine more so dumb is like I know this nigga is about to waste my time. Me being on and off in a relationship with somebody, that's about as dumb as I've ever been. That's it. He gonna waste my time. I know in 2 years I'm not gonna be married, but I love him, but he's still gonna waste my time. I know he only gonna be good for about 3 months and then we're gonna break up. I'm gonna have a real good month of him being a great boyfriend. Yeah, that's about as dumb I've ever been for a man. But there's just some women who just dumb as a box of rocks when it comes to a man. You see the smartest women, smartest, prettiest women, dumb as a motherfucking box of fucking rocks. My time I finally got approved. It's two different things. It's very much so two different things. And all my friends are educated women. And I do got a couple. But thank goodness one has turned the corner. She on probation. She done on probation, taking a charge. So now she no longer would do some stupid shit. Thank God. I was like, girl, you're gonna find yourself in too much trouble for a nigga. My last boyfriend was probably the one that had me the dumbest I've been. Do you agree? Let me see. These aren't average women. They just haven't dealt with some things like me. They used to boring and basic guys like you dudes like me bring thrill and fun into their lives. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even a whole, even if you ain't doing some brand new damn shit, even an emotional roller coaster be excitement of women. Like my life right now is pretty fucking. You say boring, like it's an average fucking life, like, and especially this last month I ain't going out of nothing. It's a pretty boring life. So there is a part of me after being 2 years with a toxic motherfucker. Well, I ain't gonna say he's extremely toxic, but he toxic. That you kind of miss those highs and them lows, your body. You gotta recalibrate yourself. Whatever. So it be excitement. They do. And then especially if they're toxic and freaky. So they ain't gotta be like that. But he said, IQ smart and being smart, it's two different things. It's two different things. But that need for a thrill will get your ass. And she ain't felt a feeling she ain't felt in a long time. He touched my body this type of way, and I ain't felt that type of way in a long time. He'll be up there messing with a damn director, CEO. You'd be surprised. These women. I see it all the time. And the crazy thing to me, because I have a homeboy. He gets on my nerves. He always be one of them type online be talking about fat bitches and working out and stuff. And that's why you ain't got no man. Whatever. And then he be talking about, I don't be saying that. I'm like, Negro lies, you tell. But it's crazy to me because like the women in my life who are like plus size women or what have you, they all are married. All of them married, happy relationships, doing well. It's the skinny bitches, the pretty, petite. They all the ones that be so fucked up. It's just like they can't figure it out to save their lives. Who talk pride and being shit either. Yeah. That's a shame. That's what I'm saying. But the thing is that he already feel like his soul is already signed. So he probably just live his life doing whatever. Now he's like, shit, what else? What he do to a woman it's unethical, but it ain't illegal. It's unethical, but it ain't illegal. So maybe that's how he gets he's feeding that sin of his. In my youth, I would fuck you all over. You're the type to get emotion depressed and wanting to unalive yourself when you go through your girlfriend phone and see our text thread and now you want my head on a plate. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. It's too. Yes. You make a choice. But that's what I'm saying. He already said he's toxic as hell. He's already said his soul has been signed over to the dark world, the underworld. It's been signed. So what would make him be a better guy? He probably will be 60 years old before he become a better man. Because he know he's meeting his age limit, like the average lifespan. That's when he'll become a better guy. Because then he may think, you know what? Maybe I don't have to go to hell if there's a hell. That's when he'll become a better guy. He done ruined all these people. And they say like once you die, then you gotta like your whole life has to be reviewed in front of you. And you're gonna feel what the people that you did wrong to, how they felt. When you go through that, oh my God. When you go through that. And you just gotta sit in it. It's gonna be like what they say is like a story. You're gonna feel it all. You're gonna be seeing a woman in her room just crying and on the phone with her homegirl. He did me like, I can't stand this motherfucker. And then you at home be like, I'm gonna call her in 2 days. She'll be over it. And she is up here just miserable. Oh, I can't eat. I can't sleep. And you just out there with a few other bitches in the meantime. You're like, yeah, about 2 days, about 48 hours. She'll be okay. She'll forgive me. And you're going to feel all of that. Use a home wrecker too? Oh, no. Now you mess with something spiritual now. You know you really going to hell. You messing with what you helping assist what God has brought together. No. I think home wrecking, if you're going to do that, because we all go through our phases, that home wrecking is something you do as a teenager. Home wrecking is something you do in your early 20s. Home wrecking. That's what you do early, before 25. That's when you are like the most selfish. But by the time you get 25, you done had some life experiences. You done had some just a fucking appointments. You done probably been in some relationships, and now you don't want that shit to come back on you. That's what you do in your early years. You don't get to 30, 40 and be home wrecking. You doing the devil's work. You doing the devil's work. You are the devil's foot soldier. Because home wrecking is being selfish. Like, especially if you have any sort of belief, you value marriage, okay? If you're Muslim, Christian, whatever, most religions value marriage. Most people, especially black people, are religious of some sort. You don't mess with marriages. Yes, the person who is doing it, who in the marriage, they at fault. But you assisting them, you at fault as well. You at spiritual fault. You do not covet somebody else's spouse, okay? Do not covet. You at fault too. People tend to be very selfish in their youth. It's about them. You shouldn't be doing no homework past 25. We can't forgive you past 25 now. Now you're doing the devil's work. Hi there. Hi, no name. You in your 30s and 40s home wrecking. He probably think he doing God's work because the men got ED and he just assisting. That's probably what he doing. He doing God's work, y'all. He's doing God's work. That's his community service. He's keeping marriages together. Are you with him too? Are you a home wrecker? We talking about home wrecking men right now. Are you a home wrecker? I'm your work. I can't be nobody's work. I'm still on my anti-sex, anti-men. I just don't want it right now in my life. I just want to take care of myself. I don't want it in my life right now. And it's so crazy to me. People do not understand when you say, you know what? I just really want to focus on myself right now. They don't understand that. They're like, oh, you just can't get nobody. No, I just really want to focus on myself right now. Leave me alone. It's like they try to put, for a woman, they try to put your value in a man. So they can't believe that a woman can be like, oh, I just really don't want nobody right now. Oh, you can't get nobody. I just really don't want to focus. Because the thing is, like, I've been married and everything. I've been in relationships. I just feel like it's just so much fucking work. And you got to be up for the task. Old enough. You got to be up for that. And I just don't. As a man, I'm comfortable because women recognize it's not validation needed, but I respect people being married, and it's headache going through that shit just for a box. Oh, it is. My God. But relationships take work. And so, like, even my mother tried to hook me up with somebody last week. And I felt like I was about to get in an argument. And then my sister's like, oh, you're going to miss out on your prize or something. You probably just judging him because he, like, looks so-and-so or whatever. Because my sister loved to say, I love men with fans. I love men that sparkle and shine. You love well off. And it's not necessarily that. I mean, I have had my share. But I just don't want nobody right now. And they was just fussing at me and stuff. I was like, damn, can a bitch take a break? I was like, why can I not say I don't want to be talking to nobody right now? And then men, if you say that, oh, you just can't get nobody. How about it's just a lot of work to be in a relationship? My God. Like even the simple things like, okay, so naturally, if I'm in a relationship, and so, okay, like for instance, when I was in a relationship, if my boyfriend decided he was gonna come stay over, I would have to like, I'm not just cooking like for my son, like a regular fucking meal. Like I'm up here learning how to make damn Italian meals and Indian meals, and I'm doing all this and packing up his plates and sending him off to work with food and shit. I was like, I don't want to do all that. I don't want it. She gotta be a special speed dial. Oh my God, she gotta be speed dial. Well, I don't want all that. And then yeah, even sexually, you gotta be sexually available too. Oh, I'm not saying it wasn't good, but my God, I just don't want it. I don't want it. Am I lazy? No, I just want my focus to be on me. Like, especially like when you a mother, I'm a single mother. So Pops had 14 kids split down the middle. So I'm a single mother. Okay, so a lot of my focus, my son does a lot, is on him. And then my work gets very busy. Like, I'm talking to you guys, but my work gets very busy, okay? And another reason I'm talking to you guys, because I'm hungry as hell and I got to fast today. But, it's been a long time since I talked to you guys. But work and my child, and then like, then my homegirls be pulling like, come out, come out, come out. It's a lot. And you add a man on that, a lot of shit goes to the wayside. Like, if I'm trying to like get certifications and stuff, now instead of me focusing on my certifications, it's like, now I got to talk on the phone with you. Now I got to be available. So I just want to be focused on me right now. I'm getting older and life is short. I hate when women say that. Well, the thing is, I've already done the marriage thing. And I don't want more kids. Like, maybe you would have caught me like 3 years ago. I don't want more kids. So even if I have maybe a life partner. Okay, so I'm also learning more about myself. Okay, so I think I was reared to be a wife. Okay. But then, like really feeling like who I am as a person, what are you waiting for? Okay, marriage is trash. Well, I'm in my opinion. Well, as I'm getting to know myself, I really feel like I'm more of a person who likes a companion. And I could find a companion 40 years from now. Hell, I could find a companion 10 years from now. There's still going to be somebody there. Like, every man ain't necessarily going after somebody younger than them. There are most men are married to somebody or with somebody around their same age. There's still gonna be somebody. I done did that. Now, if I was still wanting to birth kids, never been married, I could understand that sentiment. Now it's just like, okay, I'm getting older. Hell, somebody daddy getting older too. Somebody uncle getting older too. I just want to focus on myself because stuff goes to the wayside when you dating. Then you go on dates and stuff. Like, I even like put my homegirls to the wayside. Like, I'm not even going out this month. Because you get older don't mean life stops. They actually say it gets better, which I'm kind of believing at this point. I'm finding more peace. Yes. So that's one thing that kind of clicked. And then like what also clicked as I'm aging, it clicked like you don't need people's validation. Like I dealt with that for a long time. Like, and it wasn't even like necessarily man's validation. It was part of it. But I'm talking about even like family validation, like people in general, like work validation, like just needing that validation. And then you get to a point, it's like, fuck it. You now you kind of turns into like what makes me happy. And I'm finding I feel like, because when I was married, even though my bills were paid for, it was a lot of work. But of course my child was young too. It was a lot of work. I'm like, maybe I don't really want to be married. I think a lot of people say that because they just think that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe I really don't, because in my own little life with me and my son, and I know he's gonna move off and go to college, it's very fucking peaceful. Like, it's very fucking peaceful. But I feel like when I'm in a relationship, I'm performing. Do anybody understand where I'm coming from? I feel like I'm performing. And then it's like more tasks. Like, some people, you can't be in a relationship with them and not go without talking to them. Anybody understand what I'm saying? Starve her pee to find herself. So be it. It's her life. I'm not waiting for anything. I live in a moment and do what I want to do. Yeah. But if you want to like focus on other stuff, accomplish other stuff, sometimes you gotta. You tell me when you're trying to accomplish something that takes like months, not even just accomplish something, but when you just want fucking peace. Because I don't care how peaceful a person could be, it's still responsibility in a relationship. It's still responsibility, and not just relationship, courtship or dating, even having somebody in your energy. It's still fucking responsibility. Like, you're fucking, even if you're freaking a girl, more than likely she still want to have you on her phone. She still wants to, even to me now, even texting is too much. Oh, and you don't have kids. Even texting to me, like somebody came up to me last time when I was on live and I was at a bar over a month ago. Somebody came up and gave me their number and he started texting me while there, and he texted me all night long. And I blocked him 3 times because he kept coming from other numbers. It's still a lot of responsibility. Relationships is responsibility. And I just don't want, like, I want to take stuff off my plate. And one thing I can take off my plate where I feel like I'm not performing is a man. And I'm like, let me just try to get done what I need to get done. Laugh a lot. He was just weird. Well, that one was a weirdo, but still. It's a job. I'm not saying that. There's some people who love what they do, okay? There are some people, like, I have friends, and the people I really admire is those who are, like, living their passion through their work. They love what they do, but they still will say it's still a responsibility. They're tired, but they still enjoy what they're doing. You can love what you do and still be tired. It's a job. And I just feel like being a mother and working, I don't want no other job. Can I get a break? I don't want jobs right now. I don't want them. But hell, even if you're not in a relationship, freaking people is still a job. So you telling me the girls you freak, you don't hold conversations with, they not all on your phone, but bothering you? And women, a lot of women don't respect like those type of boundaries. A lot of women just can't just sit for sex. They want more from you. That's not frustrating. It's best for prerogative. I can do what I want to do. Expression. And that's the even like not even in relationship. The shit dating people, having them on your phone is a fucking job. When I wasn't in a relationship, but I was talking to 6 men at one time. I got back on work. My skin was getting raw because I was constantly putting on makeup, going on dates. And then, like, it's expensive, too. Dating is expensive for a woman. Especially if you, like me, it's like, sometimes you wear an outfit and you don't want to, like, double the outfit up. Now, my house dresses, I wear them all the time. But when you go out, you got to change your outfit. It gets expensive. Keeping your hair done, your makeup done, your nails done. Shit is expensive. Do you know I can go, like, a whole month, like, this whole month, not talking to nobody. I can go with my hair looking raggedy. All I'm going to do is stay here. I can put a headband on. My nails could grow out. Because this alone, I'm already, counting this alone, I'm already at like $400 or $500. My nails, my hair, that's already $400 or $500. I'm already there. At least 400 something. I don't have to spend that. Yeah, they be wasting people's time. Facts. That too. So not even relationships, dating is expensive. You see my nails are fucking grew out. I need to get them done. You see that? This, my feet, $200 easily. My hair, $200 easily. We're already at $400. It's expensive. When someone truly loves you back, I know some people will real deal beautiful relationships. Yeah, me too. I do as well. You say they look good though? Thank you. Well, I'm just saying, like, I saved money this month. I'm not talking to nobody. It's expensive too. It's your time and talking. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I ain't had my hair done in a couple months. Now, when I get the energy to get back out there, I will. And I'll let y'all know and I'll let y'all follow along. But right now, it's too much work. I'm only going to stay on here with y'all for a few more minutes, okay? Then I'm going to have to let y'all go. Relationship expensive. I know men be thinking they the only ones be spending money. Some men just think they spending money. But looking good, it costs. Whew. It costs, okay? Looking good, smelling good, dressing, it all costs. And especially when you get with the type of men I be with, type of men I get with, they like to dress and shit. And the work, I remember when I was like, I dressed fairly nice. Like I got better when I was married. And my fashion, because I was losing weight and my fashion was coming up. So I looked nice. But it wasn't until after I got divorced. And then I started dating a shoe designer. And he was from Chicago. I ain't never, like, when I go out, never stood beside a man where I feel like I have to step my pussy up. This man was so fucking stylish. I mean, he made even the most simplest shit just look fucking stylish, just so fresh. Since then, I was like, oh no, I would never let a man outdress me. And so since then, it seems like I get with men who just dress they ass off. So when you get with a man who also dresses his ass off, you gotta dress your ass off too. So that shit get expensive as fuck. You make it a lot. Start being natural. Look natural. Women. That's a black woman thing. At this point, I'm focused on building myself up more and more. My daughter. The rest will come in God's time. Facts. Facts. Now, I'm not saying like all of a sudden, if I'm going to meet somebody, I have to do it natural. I don't want to get on more dating sites. Because as soon as I got on dating sites, my God, my life just got too busy. I just want to be out in a calm, natural environment and meet somebody. I don't even want to be at no club. Nothing like that. I just want to be in a regular ass, nice environment, maybe at the park or something, and meet someone. Okay, in a healthy environment, and just meet someone. If I meet somebody, that's the only way I'm gonna be like, oh, let me change maybe what I've been saying. Other than that, I don't. I do not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, one of my best people, so one time, people do be lying on dating apps. One of the things I kind of figured, like men, when it comes to men lying on dating apps, it has been the ones who like still, like it ain't even been that they living at home with their mama is living with them. Like, seriously. This man will have a whole full-blown career, but somehow he will lie. And then I find out, like, I don't have like the worst experiences. I may have like experiences where like they have like maybe emotional, maybe not know how to control their emotions or something, but I don't have the experience like women be like saying they get like hatfished or whatever, or they shorter than what they thought. I've never gone through like that. Well, I did have that one motorcycle, but was that online? No, that was many years ago when I was younger, and he came through my Facebook. But doing the dating app, when I was on it 2 years prior, I never had a bad experience like that. They will always be lying like, your mama live with you. And it was literally their mama be living with them. I'm like, why can't you just say your mama live with you? Maybe they get turned down by saying something like that. You're talking about finding peace and focusing on yourself, but how long will it take? You're only getting older and your body's starting to get older. Your prime is going out. And what I'm saying is that as I'm getting older, somebody else is getting older. That's what I'm saying. Somebody else is getting older, somebody getting divorced. So there will be somebody. Even if they got to be 6 years older than me, there will be somebody. I'm not the only person getting older. Are y'all men staying younger? And every man who in his 40s or 50s ain't looking for no 20 years old woman. So there's going to be somebody. So I don't need to rush. I want to rush anything. Okay. I done been out on a dating scene. Can a bitch take a break? Hell, I told you I just come from a 2-year relationship. Can a bitch take a break? How do I feel like coming from a 2-year relationship? And I'm not in I'm crying and whatever. I know there's still a little feeling there. Not enough feeling to make me go back. But there's feeling there. But I just don't want to like the work. I just don't want it right now. Can't you understand that? The work. I don't want the work. You don't even do relationships, so you don't even know about the work. You don't know about the work it takes. Can't nobody, that's like, how is a man, to me, that a man who ain't never been in a relationship, ain't never been married, can't even talk to a married man. Like, you are not on the same fucking level. You can't talk to a man who has maintained his family for years. You are nowhere near his level. Y'all are completely different atmospheres. Okay? Society views you men differently. This man is to be respected. Like you never made that commitment. You never kept a family together. You never made the same woman happy over and over. You're not the same. You're not, okay? So how are you going to tell me a woman, I've been married, I had long-term relationships, and you don't even do relationships? We are not the same. I know work. I know the work it takes. You know the bullshit that you got to spew. Or even if you ain't got to spew bullshit, you tell the bitches, I'm toxic. Come get this dick. We are not the same. You don't know the work it takes to be in a real healthy relationship. You don't know. So why are you going to rush me in a relationship? We are not the same. Wow, still have fun on the side. Why would I want to have fun on the side? That's more. Well, what? You just want me collecting dicks? Now, I'm not saying if a woman wants to do that, by all means, do that. I was married 6 years. By all means, I'm not shaming a woman on body counting. If a woman wants to do that, have all the fun you want. But my thing is that you're not hearing me. Even having fun on the side, even sex, it still takes energy. I don't want to extend. Thank you, preach. He's talking about because he got lips. I've been saying this. How many years were you married? 6. I got game from the older guys, so I do know. Having game and living that life is two different things, baby. A person could tell you how it might be married, but until you've been married, you ain't experienced it. I don't care how many books you can read. Until you done did it, you ain't experienced it. I don't care how many books you can read about giving birth to a baby. Until you done gave birth to a baby, you ain't experienced it, okay? So I'm saying even with having all these dicks you want me to have on the side, or the fun you want me to have on the side, it's still energy. These niggas are still on my phone. Okay, God, let me go back. That's cap. That's cap. That's my point. You talking about finding peace and focusing on yourself, but how long will you take? I asked you that. Take for you to get older. Your body's starting to get older. Your prime is going out the window. Well, I already told you that. I'll let you know. My vagina still works. Out of all the problems I was having before I had my hormone stuff, the vagina still works. It still works. It does what it's supposed to do. That still works. That's one issue I ain't got. I got issues here, maybe. Issues here. But I ain't got the issue down there. But even if I took a year off for not doing nothing, I've only been out the game a quarter. A quarter of the year. Can I sit out a quarter, please? Even having been on your phone for sex, it takes energy. Because the thing is, most men ain't gonna just call you up and be like, can I ride on through? No. They're gonna try to mac you. Speak sweet nothings. Waste your time speaking all this bullshit. I ain't got time for bullshit. Because of course, dudes still want to knock you down, but nobody marry an older woman like that level. A lot of these older guys like them young ones. You know they saying older women get married more than younger people nowadays. 40 years old women are getting married more than younger women. Did you not see the recent stats? Older women are getting married now more than younger women. Yes. It's actually the younger women, the younger people who ain't marrying, who ain't thinking about marrying. They say they don't want to deal with your bullshit. They don't want to deal with the bullshit. They opting out. Younger people nowadays, they don't even want to have babies. Y'all gonna be extinct. No, not in Atlanta, no. The statistics, no. For the world, for the U.S. Older people are getting married more now than younger adults. Yes. So people are marrying our old asses. No, this ain't for Atlanta. I'm not going to talk about just Atlanta. Someone said that single women keep women single. I don't know what it means, but I think it has something to do with single women not wanting their female friends to be in relationships. I think a lot of all my single friends, they always pushing me to be with some nigga. I even know they trying to throw me a surprise, and one like, no, she gonna have a date. They always pushing me to be with somebody. I don't know. My single friends be constantly. Now I think maybe they probably saying because a married woman. Now, what I see it is that a married woman or even a divorced woman gives women different advice. Okay? Because I have younger friends and they have relationship issues, and then their friends are around their age, and I've listened to the advice that I may give them compared to what the younger friends give them. And the same advice don't work for all situations. Okay? But at the same time, married women could be giving you the wrong advice. Married women could be giving you the wrong advice too, because a lot of married women, the only reason that they are married because they have decided to put up with bullshit. So I think you have to have a level perspective. She don't see where I'm coming from. Who are you talking to? At Joy. What does Joy say? Why? Why what, honey? Why what? You got to tell me. Ask me, why what, honey? It's two different advices, but also at the same time, you have to have a level perspective, because you also don't want to give a woman who ain't married. You don't give her the same advice that you give a married woman. So when I'm speaking to my married woman friends about keeping a relationship together, and basically there has to be an extreme before we even consider thinking about breaking it up. But if a woman's not married, or if a man's not married, I'm not going to be sitting up here giving you advice to keep you in a situation where you shouldn't be working on it after a while. No, you don't put up with the same bullshit that you might put up with when you're married. So that's probably why you say single people keep single people single. But you should not give a single person the same, even a single dating person, advice you give a married person. Why would I listen to someone whose marriage didn't work out? How many times do you plan on getting married? Because last I checked, the man has to propose. Men not trying to get married. Because you should listen to someone who has been married. Because really the only difference is that I decided not to stay. What I went through in my marriage, a lot of married people go through in their marriage, but they decided they're going to stick it out and deal with it. And some are still dealing with the same BS. So you can't say because a person necessarily has been married for 10, 20 something years that their marriage is actually like healthy. You got to actually evaluate the fucking marriage, know actually what's going on in the fucking marriage, and more than likely you're not going to know that anyway. It's just that my limit was this, and I decided to go and leave. And there's a lot of married people who should have probably been divorced, but within a marriage you gain knowledge. So that's why. Just because it didn't work out don't mean you don't gain knowledge from it. And you was in training, so you know a lot. Like, I know what is needed to make it work, but if you don't get with someone who's willing to put in the work as well, then it's going to end. It's going to end. Now, one thing I do think that I do kind of like prefer, I have not met many divorced men. I do prefer some of them, because even if they fucked up, they still are willing to commit. First of all, a lot of men don't even have the balls it takes to commit to marriage. They're scared of it. Okay, because they think, first of all, a lot of them think they're going to, all of a sudden, the little money that they don't have, they think it's going to get taken from them. And then they just scared of it failing, okay? And then I probably won't have access to my kids. So they don't even have the balls to get into it. So anybody who was willing to risk and get in a marriage still had more balls than anybody who stayed single. At least they was willing to commit to something for a while. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out. So nobody who just have dated, especially nobody who just fucked somebody, could tell me anything. You can't tell me nothing. Just because a marriage doesn't work don't mean you don't know any less. Thank you. Just because someone remain married doesn't mean they're good. Some people be faking the whole time. Correct. Exactly. Now, I know what would make a marriage work, but if the person ain't trying to make it, they got to work with you. He regrets it. And he regretted it, but I can't help that. He done did it too much. He done did too much. So my sister had a conversation with me. She was like, would you rather go on 1,000 dates? Or would you rather forget the same man 1,000 times? So basically, it's me and her situation. Now she's in a happy marriage, but she had to forget her man 1,000 times. And I done went on 1,000 dates. Then think of it like this: just because I've been to college don't mean I'm no smarter than anyone else who hasn't rules applied. They didn't work on to the next. But that's what I'm saying. Like when you in marriage, I don't give the same. I don't give married people the same advice I'll give somebody single. Because my last thing I'm gonna be telling a married person is to break up a home. But if you single, you ain't made that holy commitment. It's a whole different level of advice. But I mean, I understand what your saying is. However, but if a person ain't never been married, they can't tell me about marriage. You can't say unless you've been there. Unless you've been there. And you can't have that. If you're going to ever be married, you definitely can't have that mentality if it don't work out on to the next. There is going to be, if you want to be married, there's going to be something you're going to be willing, you have to put up with. That's up to you what you want to put up with. But there's no way to be married and you not put up with something. My thing is that I ain't found that person that they shit I'm willing to put up with. I know I'm going to put up with something. I just ain't found a person. They just have just the right amount of, or little amount of shit that I'm willing to put up with. I have not met that person. And I know men do the proposal, but women got to accept it. I've been proposed to after I got married. Hell, I've been proposed to while I was married. The woman still has to accept it. And when I told him no, that man cussed me out and my mama out. I don't know why men just think they the ones who got to propose, as if a woman can't say no. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think I want to get, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to like really figure out who I am, because I think I want to get married, but I really feel like there's a big part of me that don't want to get married, because when I see marriage, okay, I see the great side, because of course I see my parents and my sister and them. When you sick or something, you got that partner that's willing to be there with you, and then, okay, traveling and stuff and making memories, whatever, and growing a family. Okay, I'm past that. If I meet a man, I hope his kids are grown, okay, or teenage, okay. Yeah, I did get proposed to while I was married. So I see those benefits of the whole marriage, like whatever, memories and stuff. But at the same time, I also see it's constant work. Like it's just, and even the men I find to be good men, they still put a lot on their wives to do, especially if there's kids. Disposable swipe, next way of modern living. I think a lot of people believe there are dozens of other options, and that's not true. There's not a dozen other options. Denver, you've been streaming for 3 days. I know. Please don't get married and ruin someone's life. I never, even when I was married, I didn't feel like I ruined his life. I ruined his life when I walked away. There's not that many options as people believe. No, a lot of people aren't that compatible. But yeah, you can't live, like I'm saying, it's just me finding that person that shit I want to put up with. I have not met that person. Out who you are and done experienced it all and pushing 40. What else you trying to figure out? Because the thing is, like, the whole mindset has been embedded in me, like marriage. Even now, my parents are still pushing marriage. Like, I come from a very married family, like my internal and my external family. That's the thing you do. You are supposed to be married. Not even if you divorced, you're supposed to remarry. Like that is the pattern in my family. I mean, a lot of people don't grow up seeing this, so they don't understand how much this could be like ingrained into you as a person. But my thing is like I like companionship, but I don't think I want to have somebody in my space every day. So time, willingness to change certain things about you, and better people fail to realize that we're supposed to grow and not sit and always correct. I agree. There never does other options, but people believe it because of things like app-based dating. That's very true. Times change. Very true. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know I'm gonna put up with something. I'm not one of those swipe right, swipe left type people. I know I'm gonna put up with something. I just have not met that man that he has just the right amount of shit that I'm willing to put up with. And I am too much. You get to a certain age, like you protect your peace, and you know yourself enough to know that I could put up with this, but I sure can't put up with that. Like, I could put up with you putting your clothes around the house and I'll come and pick up after you, but I can't put up with something else. I just cannot do it. Like, and that's the thing. Like, and when you, as a married person, if you want a person who knows themselves, you give somebody who's been married before, a divorced person, they're going to know themselves. They know themselves more than anybody else because you have that constant mirror there. You learn so much about yourself being married that not even a relationship will show you. Not even like having boyfriend, girlfriend. No, you learn so much about yourself being married. And so I know so much about myself But I'm still trying to fight about this ingrained thing about, do I really want marriage again? Because I don't think I want that part. But back to what I'm saying, because even the men I consider good men, a lot of them put a lot on their wives' shoulders. A lot of them put a lot on their wives' shoulders. But maybe since I'm older age, maybe I'll meet somebody where we're not worrying about the little kids. We're not worrying about little kids and having to tote them here, there. So that won't be like added stuff to me. Like being a mother is added, and you get with somebody who got kids, now they become your kids. That's more stuff. Like I was dating a millionaire, and this man already had 3 kids. And then while we were dating, this ex come back and was like, well, I didn't tell you, but I'm pregnant too. Now it's 4. I don't care how much fucking money you got. Okay, you got to have the energy for children. Now you got a newborn. Mine in high school. Okay? I'm thinking that we trying to get them up out of here. Now we got to start all over? We got to start all over? No, it's not I don't want to necessarily be married. I'm trying to figure that out. Like, I just think I just probably got to find the one that I'm willing to put up with. I think I need to find a man who maybe have 1 child or don't want no kids, and he don't ever want kids. And the kid is in high school or college. So now we ain't got to deal with that. Okay? We ain't got to deal with children, all like youngins. We ain't got to deal with all that. And he ain't like doing all the, I ain't really deal with a lot of cheating, but he ain't gonna deal with doing all the cheating or whatever. I just gotta find a man whose stuff I'm willing to put up with. And I think maybe it'll be better at this age, because hopefully their kids are grown and stuff. Like, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do, I still, after today, I gotta go take my son to all his practices. Like, I'm almost a few more years. I'm done with that. He have his car soon. I'm done with that. Like, what couldn't I put up with that made me leave my last? There's several things I couldn't put up with. Putting everything above your internal family. I can't put up with neglect, emotional, physical neglect. I can't put up with that, especially if you try to use it as punishment. I can't put up with stuff like that. Like, to me, like when I was married, anytime he wanted sex, he got it, even if I didn't want it. Now, that was not a rule that I was taught. That was just a rule I had within my marriage. That anytime my husband wanted sex, I just gave him sex. He, on the other hand, was just like, anytime I'm not getting my way, I'm not going to give you sex. And that's one of the worst things to ever be with. To be married to somebody and not having sex. Oh, yeah, my phone. And I'm about to be in a meeting, too, so I got to get off here soon. So, to be married with somebody and they withholding sex. Shape-shifting activities going on in the chat. Red flag. Any man who asks what's your type of man or woman is no good. So that's like certain things I can't do. I can't deal with that. Like, you can't withhold sex from me in marriage, and I've dealt with that. That is like diabolical. That is the worst. No, and I kind of I had trauma from that. I went to therapy. Like, I could not imagine myself getting with another man, and he tried. I thought that was some shit that only like you only hear that shit from women. Like, women withholding sex? No, my husband withheld sex. I thought only women did that shit. But he was a damn cancer. Yeah, I know they say they fucking emotional. He was a damn cancer. Hell, I'm even traumatized from cancer men. All I'm saying, Rox, is you getting older, that's all. I know, but taking a quarter out of my life ain't stopping nothing. Taking a quarter or half of a year out of my life, that ain't stopping nothing. And the thing is, if I don't get myself well, how am I even go out there and attract the right thing? If I don't focus on me and accomplishing what I need to accomplish in the meantime, I'm not gonna be able to be good for somebody else. Oh, hell no! The one who proposed to me while I was married was a damn Gemini. I've only ever been cussed out by one man in my entire life, and that was a fucking Gemini. He cussed me and my mama out. I have never had, I've had men who, speak rude. Like, my ex-husband was rude, but he could be rude to you without even cussing you out. But I've never had a man to cuss me out before, and it was a Gemini. Hell fucking no. Your type just trying to fit your description. Yeah, but I got to go. Y'all heard that sound. I got in a meeting soon. All right. No. In my old big age, I have never had a man cuss me out but one. And I've dated many men. One. It was a Gemini. No. The only men I had was crazy, like really cuckoo, like they'd probably be the type that would like kill you and sleep with you in the side of the bed or something. Was my husband, he was a Cancer, and the man I dated after one of them was a Cancer. They were stalkers and everything. I don't Cancer scare me too. I may be traumatized. Since then I've never dated another Cancer. I was leading who? No. So I told my story before. So the Gemini, I dated him. The only reason I ended up with my ex-husband was because of the Gemini. Because he wouldn't commit. Like, no, because he finally committed, but then he relocated and he called himself dealing with somebody else. And so I was just like, no. Okay. I was like, no. And so I ended up getting with my ex-husband. And the Gemini came back. He moved back into the States and he moved back. I'm telling you, I was still married. I just had my baby. And the Gemini moved back to Georgia. I told you he relocated. He was in the military. I told y'all this story. I just had my baby. Okay. I was probably like a year into my marriage. A year. And I just had my son. And my baby was still in a fucking carrier. Okay. And this man came back. He popped up at my mama's house. Okay. While my mama was watching my baby, while I go get me some time to myself. Popped up at my mama's house. I walked around. My mama I told this story before. My mama has a wall in her room, so you got to go into her room to be able to see what's on the other side of the wall. So I go into my mama's room. I was like, where the baby at? And she was like, I was like, what you talking about, son? And I walk into her room and I turn and he holding my baby. And then my mama is like, this should have been your husband. And that man proposed that night to me. I did not get with him. Okay. Now I did go out to dinner that night. So yes, I did that night. I did go out to dinner that night with him. Yeah, he was holding my goddamn baby. And the thing is, I did not know he moved to California. I did not know he was back in Georgia. And he was holding my baby. Honey, you been married and you divorced, you single, baby mother, and you at a point in life where you find it and focusing on yourself. I got you. There are times in people's lives, and I am a mother. I'm not nobody's baby mama. The Negro who I had my kid with put a ring on it. Okay? I did it God's way. There's two different things, different ways. I'm a mother. Okay? I'm nobody's baby mama. Okay? Even my ex-husband wouldn't call me no baby mama. I'm his ex-wife. Okay? Now, there are times in life where we go through different phases and stuff because this is life and life be lifing. And you need to take a break and say, right now, I just want to deal with this. Right now, I just need time with myself. I done been married. I done been in relationships. And I am breaking. Yeah, God says for marriage, but God also gives you rules where you can divorce. There are sometimes when you can divorce. And trust you me, he broke the rules for why we couldn't divorce. He broke them. And so we are divorce. You divorce. Well, so I say this to him. So I was his second wife. So is he still married to his first wife? So if that case, we never been married because he would be married to his first wife, right? Yeah, he did. Yeah. Divorce. And the funny thing is, I'll tell you this much, but I gotta go, y'all. I'll tell you this. So how about this? So when I was meeting him, I was going to church heavily because I was trying to like build that relationship. I was questioning my faith because I told you over time I became agnostic. So I was questioning. No, I was his second wife. He divorced and then we got married. I was questioning my faith. So I was going to church heavy. So he was right there with me. So I was like, oh, okay, so maybe he can help me because he knew the Bible in and out. Like, I was like, maybe he can help me with my faith. Go to talk to God to you, explore. When did God talk to you, explore? So I was like, maybe he can help me with my faith because he knew the Bible in and out. Like he was like the whole like Catholic church boy or something like that, all that. He was like, whatever. Sounds like he could help me with my faith. He was going to every sermon. He was like, oh, let's go to Wednesday. So I was just like, okay, this is going to be good for me. Do y'all not know when I married this Negro, he was like, aha, I got your ass. I'm an atheist. This Negro was a fucking atheist. This Negro would play all the, like, I forgot the names because it's some famous like atheist people, and they be having all these audible books and stuff. And I'm carrying my baby, and I was like, I don't want my baby hearing that. He'll play all the satanic atheist type shit. Now all atheists ain't satanic, but he would be playing all this type of atheist satanic shit. He was like, aha, I got your ass. You mine now. I'm like, okay, y'all wait. I got story times for your ass. I married a fucking atheist. I thought I married me a good Christian man. I thought I married me a good Christian man who was gonna lead me in faith. So I was like, maybe our marriage ain't even fucking legal, because I sure thought I was getting married under God. And that man was a fucking atheist, y'all. He got me. There was so much shit in my marriage this man got me with. And it was so funny because when we finally went to therapy, because I was like, I'm done. He was like, I'm gonna finally go to therapy. And he used to taunt me. He'll have bitches calling my phone at night and stuff while we were like separated. And I'm like, man, I can't sleep. So I got to put my phone on thing. So, no, I was not drunk in love. So he gets up in the middle of therapy. He's walking back and forth. And he's just, aha. And me and the therapist looking at him like, huh? Aha. It was me all along. I had those women calling you at night, taunting you. This man was a mess. He was diabolical. He said, I got you. He trapped me, y'all. He trapped me. I thought he was a good Christian man. I gotta go. I gotta get to a meeting. Oh my God, y'all. This is so much fun. I'll talk to y'all later, child.